What's up everyone, how are you all? Today we are back with another blazing Naruto story. What if Deku was born evil and destroyed Ua from the inside? If you enjoy then please like, share and do comments. And also check the description box to original creator of this beautiful creation. On one morning we can see a little boy with green hair and freckles and a blonde girl running around excitedly. Inko. Izuku. Izumi, come down, breakfast is ready. Izuku. Izumi. We're coming, mom. They then went downstairs and went to the dinner table and both sat down and began to eat. Inko. Sweeties, hurry up, it's almost time to go. Izuku. Izumi. Yes, mom. Both began eat fast. Finishing their meal they immediately got ready and got in the car excitedly. Inko. Are you guys ready to find out what your quirk is? Both. Yes, mom, hurry, let's go, both said excitedly. Inko. Okay, we're going. Inko then drive towards the hospital. Along the way we can see Izuku and Izumi playing with their All Might figurines. Izuku. When I get my quirk I will be the #1 hero like All Might, said Izuku standing raising his All Might figurine. Izumi. Oni-chan, don't forget about me, I will become the #1 hero too like All Might. Izuku. How about both of us will be #1, said Izuku. Izumi. Why? We'll both be #1. Then they both continued playing. Time skip. They have now arrived at the hospital and was now waiting to be called by the doctor. The Izuku met a girl with a permanent blush playing, so Izuku walked up to her. Izuku. Hi, are you here to know your quirk too? Yes, said the girl. I am Ochako Uraraka, said the girl. Izuku. I am Izuku Yagi. Then Izumi came. Izumi. Oni-chan, who is she? Said Izumi. Ochako then looks at Izumi and introduced herself. Ochako. I'm Ochako Uraraka, nice to meet you. Izumi. Nice to meet you too, I am Izumi Yagi. Izuku. While we eating, Uraraka-san, do you want to play with us? Ochako. Sure, Izu-kun. The three then began playing while waiting to be called. Temixip. After waiting, Izuku and Izumi were finally called. Nurse. Izuku Yagi and Izumi Yagi, it's your turn. Izuku then looks at Ochako. Izuku. See you later, Uraraka-san. Ochako. You can call me Ochako Izu-kun. Izuku. Okay, Ochako-san, see ya. Izumi. See ya, Ochako-san. Izuku and Izumi then went inside the doctor's room with their mother Inko. Doctor. Hello Mrs. Yagi, and are you kids excited to find out what your quirk is? Inko. Hello doctor. Izuku and Izumi were very excited. Both. Yes doctor. Doctor. Good, then both come with me, I will check your quirk. Both then followed the doctor and was checked up. After a few minutes they finally finished. Doctor. Okay kids, you're finished UCNA, now go back to your mom, I will just wait for the results and be with you, okay? Both. Okay doc. Both then ran and went to Inko, who was speaking with Toshinori on the phone. Inko. Toshi, the kids are already done, gonna talk to you later, bye. Toshi. Okay dear, bye. Inko. Are guys finished already? Both then said, yes mom. The doctor said to wait until he's finished. Inko. Okay sweeties. After a few minutes of waiting the doctor was finally finished with the results and called them back in. When the Yagis went inside they saw the doctor with a gloomy expression. Inko. So doctor, what is their quirk? Doctor. You want to hear the bad news first or the good one? The doctor said seriously. Inko was taken aback, how can there be a bad news? Inko. You the bad news first. Doctor. Well, sorry to say this ma'am, but Izuku Yagi is quirkless. Izuku was shocked, he dropped his All Might figurine that he was holding and kept hearing the doctor's voice saying quirkless over and over again, but was brought back when Inko was about to ask the good news. He was hoping, no, he was basically wishing in his mind that he hoped that Izumi will have a quirk. Inko. What about the good news? Doctor. The good news is that your daughter Izumi has a powerful telekinesis quirk. With training she can lift buildings that weighs 5 tons, and her drawback is the longer she used it she will nosebleed and will have headaches. Izuku was happy that Izumi had a quirk now, that he was determined to train so that Izumi won't worry about him when they both become a hero. Inko's mood was changed, she was happy that Izumi has a very powerful quirk. Inko. You hear that Izumi, you're gonna be a wonderful hero. Inko, who kept praising Izumi. The doctor then went to Izuku and picked up his All Might figurine. Doctor. Kid, by the looks of it I know what will happen, but I will cheer for you. You don't need a quirk to be a hero, okay kid, and good luck, I believe you can do it. The doctor said, giving Izuku his All Might figurine. Izuku. Goodbye doc. Doctor. Goodbye Izuku. The doctor then turned to a dark area of his office. Doctor. When are you gonna reveal yourself to your son Hisashi-sama? You know what will happen, right, to the boy? The man now known as Hisashi, wearing a strange outfit, suddenly came out and revealed himself. Hisashi. I know, and I believe he will overcome it cause he's my son. Doctor. Well, good luck to him. Hisashi. Thank you for calling me here, Dr. Rota. Rota. You're welcome, Hisashi-sama. Hisashi then vanished in the thin air and looked at the picture he had. Hisashi. Soon Izuku, I will get you, but not right now, I'm sorry, he said while a tear formed in his eyes. Time skip. The Yagi trio finally got home and was met by their father Toshinori, who was watching a TV. Toshinori. Hey kids, so how was the doctor? Inko. Well, Izuku is quirkless, but Izumi has a powerful telekinesis quirk. Toshinori looked at Izuku with pity, and when he heard that Izumi had a powerful quirk, it was quickly changed with an overjoyed face. Toshinori. You hear that, Izumi? You're gonna be a powerful hero. Izuku, who saw this, immediately knew what was gonna happen already and prepared himself to it. He then went upstairs while the three were celebrating. Izuku. I knew it, well, I just had to prepare for what's about to come. After that day Izuku was diagnosed quirkless. His life changed entirely. Izuku knew that his parents would neglect him, but he didn't know what else would happen to him. He is still happy that he has his sister and his friends. Morning. It was already Monday and we can see Izuku getting his stuff ready for school. He then immediately went down and saw his mom, Izumi, and Toshinori eating. He then went to them to eat, but he didn't saw any food for him. It was only 3. Izuku. It started, huh? Izuku then went into the kitchen, opened the fridge and grabbed a juice and some bread. When he was about to eat the bread, he was slapped by his mother Inko. Inko. Why are you eating the bread? It's for Izumi, said Inko, angry at Izuku. Izuku was shocked. He didn't know that his parents would also do this. He only thought they would only neglect him, nothing more nothing less, but he was slapped by his mother just for eating. Izuku. I'm sorry. Izuku immediately put the bread and juice back into the fridge and went up, tears forming. It pains him. No, it hurted him that his mother would do this. He then wiped the tears immediately and went downstairs to go to school, but Inko and Izumi already left. Izuku. I guess I'll walk. Izuku then got outside of the house, then walked all the way to the school. Izumi. Pav. I am very excited today to show my quirk to everyone. I immediately got out of the car and waved goodbye to my mom. I then went inside the school gates and saw Bakugo twins and the Todoroki twins. I waved at them. Izumi. Hi everyone. Katsuki. Hi Izumi. Weird, where's Ni-chan? Katsumi. Izumi. Hi. Where's Izu? Shoko. Hi Mimi. Shoto. Hi Izumi. Katsuki. So what quirk did you get? My old hag said you and Ni-chan went to the doctor. Izumi. I have a very powerful version of my mom's quirk. The doctor said if I train more I could lift a 5-ton building, said Izumi happily. She got a powerful quirk. Shoka. What about Izuni? What is his quirk? Why is he not here? Izumi. I don't know, maybe Ni-chan just overslept today and he's quirkless. All of them were shocked that their big brother Izuku is quirkless. Izumi. And he still wants to be a hero. I don't want him to die. Izumi said, tears forming in her eyes, worried of Izuku. If he might become a hero, he might die due to him being quirkless. Katsuki. What about we used our quirks on him, make him afraid of quirks, then he won't be a hero anymore, Katsuki said. Izumi. No, that's a bad idea. Heroes don't hurt people, Izumi said. Wick. Both Shoka and Katasumi agreed with her. Shoto. But think about it, if he's afraid of our quirk he won't be a hero and he won't die and you three will still be with him. Shoto knew that his sister, Katsumi, and Izumi has a crush with Izuku. The three then both blushed but was bothered. They really don't want to hurt Izuku, but it was the best way so that couldn't be a hero anymore. The three then agreed but said not to the extent that Izuku will be injured. All of them then went to class. Izuku. Pav. Izuku finally arrived at the school and immediately went to the classroom. Izuku. Hi teacher, I'm sorry for being late. Teacher. Why are you late? Izuku. Izuku. I overslept. Teacher. Okay, but I will only let go this once, don't do it again, okay? Izuku. Hi. Teacher. Okay, good, go seat then. Izuku then went into his seat and the day went fine. During break Izuku would always be in the library to read survival tips stuff and always analyze quirks. The day finally ended. We now can see Izuku sitting in the tree near the playground writing quirks in his notebook. He then saw his sister and his friends coming to him. Izuku. Hi guys. Izumi. Oni-chan, do you still want to be a hero? Izuku. Yes, more than any. Izuku was cut off by Katsuki and Katsumi firing an explosion on Izuku, and then Izuku was burned and froze, and he saw the Todoroki twins both using their quirks too, but what shocked him most, his sister used his quirk on him and slammed his body to the tree. He was shocked and badly hurt that they would do this. Izuku. Izumi, why? Said Izuku weakly. Because of the damage he has sustained. Izumi. Because you still want to be a hero, and a quirkless person can never be a hero. Katsuki. Yeah, you're just a useless nerd now. The other laugh, including Izumi. Why don't we just call you Deku? The others then began calling him Deku. Izumi. You're just a useless Deku, you will never be a hero. The others then left him bleeding and with a second-degree burn, and his body was aching because of Izumi slamming him into the tree. He was on the ground broken. He didn't expect that Izumi would do this, and the others also. Izuku cried. He was hurt by his friends. He was betrayed by them, especially his sister, the one he always protected, before he then immediately got up weakly because of the pain and walked home. Time skip. Izuku Pav. I finally arrived home and saw my mom, my dad, and Izumi eating. I passed by them saying, but they didn't even notice me. It's okay, Izuku, I said to myself. I then went upstairs and got my first aid kit that I always have in my room. I then began patching myself up and slept. I didn't bother to eat bekwase. I would only be slapped again by mom. I then cried myself to sleep. Authors Pav. Izuku cried himself to sleep, but he didn't know someone was in his room. When Izuku fell asleep, the mysterious guy then immediately showed himself and went to Izuku, tears forming in his eyes. Hisashi. I'm so sorry, Izuku. Hisashi was sitting on Izuku's bed caressing his hair and immediately got up and kissed Izuku's forehead and left a gift for Izuku and left. Time skip morning. Izuku immediately wake up feeling warm and saw a gift in his table. Izuku. Who is this from? He then opened it. Then he saw money, lots of money and books in how to do martial arts. Izuku was shocked. He though in a letter. Dear Izuku. This is from your real father. I'm very sorry I couldn't be there, Izuku my son, but I want you to train. Use the books that I gave you, cause in a few years I will come and get you out in that hellhole. I will train you to become a hero, Izuku. I believe in you. From your father, Hisashi. Izuku was shocked but was quickly overridden with tears dropping in his eyes. His real father loves him and he couldn't be more happy, and he still get him in a few years. Izuku then immediately hid everything, the money, and began to read the books. Izuku. Thank you, Dad. Izuku then took some money and went to school. Everything was the same, but all of the students were calling him Deku, but he didn't care. He was gonna be away from them when his dad finally get him. The day was the same as yesterday, but more people bullied him, only verbal, but his former friends and his former cider would always beat him up using their quirks. Time skip 6 years later. We now see Izuku in his room lifting weights and began doing some moves. He was jacked, ripped, his body littered with scars. It would be abnormal for a 10-year-old kid like him, but it was necessary so that he could sustain and tank the damage that Izumi and the others do. During the last 6 years, Izuku read the book his father gave him and kept waiting for him, never giving up. He kept training, and on every birthday his father would always send him gifts. Flashback 3 years ago. It was Izuku's birthday. Izuku was excited. Why? Because it would always be the day where his real father Hisashi would leave him gifts and maybe his father would finally get him. Izuku was waiting till midnight cause Hisashi would always come out at night and leave him the gifts. He was fake sleeping. Then Hisashi finally arrived, putting the gift in Izuku's table. Izuku then immediately surprised Hisashi by hugging him. Izuku. Dad, you're finally here. Izuku said, hugging Hisashi. Hisashi then turned around and put Izuku on the bed and sat with him. Hisashi. Happy birthday, son. I'm sorry I couldn't be there for you. Izuku. It's okay, Dad, I know you're busy with your job. Hisashi was surprised his son was understanding. No, was very mature. Hisashi. Only few years left, Izuku. I can finally get you out of here, so can you wait until then, my son? Izuku. Yes, Dad, I'll wait for you. Hisashi. And Izuku again, happy birthday, but I'm sorry I had to go. Bye, my son. Izuku. Bye, Dad. Hisashi then vanished. Izuku was shocked his father vanished. Izuku. What quirk does Dad have? Izuku immediately opened the gift and saw $20,000, wristband, a cloth and a pants with letter. Dear Izuku, happy birthday my dear son, and I want you to give you these are weighted clothes, each can change their weights. You can change their weights just by tapping a number on the side of the clothes. You can see buttons there. I want you to always wear these while training and in everywhere you go. Again, happy birthday, a few more years left and I'll get you. Love, Hisashi. Izuku immediately put on the weights and tap out the numbers. He then continued training until he passed out. Flashback end. In that day Izuku would always wait for his father every birthday and talk to him. He found out that he and his father were very much alike, both like Katsudon, and both have similar faces and many more. Izuku Pav. IWWAS now going to school wearing the weighed clothes father gave me. I was now lifting 10 tons on my wrist and 20 tons on my clothes and pants, so totally I am carrying 60 tons. I arrived at school, same thing happened. Izumi and the others always bullied me, but someone came and stopped them. It was a girl with permanent blush in her face. Izuku. She looks familiar. I then remembered her when we went to the doctor. Her and was Ochako. Ochako. Hey, stop, why are you bullying him? Katsuki. Oh look, someone's saving the useless Deku. Katsuki and the others laugh. Katsuki. If you don't want to be beaten up, round face, get out of here, said Katsuki, popping small explosions in his hand. But Ochako stood her grounds. Ochako. No. Izuku. Why are you helping me? Get out of here, you would only get hurt. Ochako. No, I can't let someone get bullied. One of the teacher arrived and immediately stopped the fight. Izuku's tormentors left. Katsuki. Don't you think this is over, you quirkless freak? Ochako and Izuku were now alone. Izuku. Thank you for saving me there, but you shouldn't have done that. Now Katsuki and his friends would get you too. Ochako. You're welcome, and I don't care, that's what heroes do, save everyone. Izuku. Don't you remember me? Ochako was confused why the guy she saved asked her that, but then she remembered. Ochako. Are you Izuku Yagi? Izuku. Oh, so you remember Ochako-san, said Izuku, smiling. Ochako. What happened? Why is your sister hurting you with those guys? Izuku then began telling Ochako of what had happened in his life. Ochako began to cry of what Izuku went through, but she was also happy that his father was there for him. Ochako. Crying? Why would she do that to you? And your parents? Izuku. Don't cry, it's okay, I am past that already. Ochako. Still crying, but still but was quickly cut off by Izuku hugging him. Izuku. I told you I am past that already, besides I've been training, you know those attacks doesn't even hurt anymore. Ochako. But still you should fight back. Izuku. Nah, I let them have their fun, but when I get into UA I'll deal with them. Ochako. So you're going to UA too? Izuku. Yes, and oh, what's your quirk? Ochako. My quirk is zero gravity, I can nullify the gravity of the ones that I touched. Izuku. That's a cool quirk, said Izuku. Ochako. The drawback is that the longer I nullify the object gravity I started to get dizzy and throw up. Izuku. It's still cool, thought you could train yourself by spinning around an round while using your quirks on object, it would increase your resistance to the dizziness, said Izuku. Ochako wide eyes cause she never thought of doing that kind of training. Ochako. Thank you so much Izuku. Ochako huged Izuku. Both began to blush. Ochako. Do you want to hang out tomorrow? Izuku. Sure, what time? Ochako. At 10 a.m. we'll meet here. Izuku. Okay, both began to get up and walk with each other side by side. Izuku walked Ochako home. Ochako. Pick me up here and hear my phone number, see add Ochako blushing. Izuku. Okay, I'll call you when I get home and see you tomorrow. After this day they began hanging out until 5 months later. Izuku finally asked Ochako to be his girlfriend and Ochako accepted it. Both began hanging out more and keep going on date and sometimes trained together. Time skipped 2 years later. This last 2 years for Izuku has been fun, and Izuku now was very happy that he got to be with Ochako, but for the last couple of weeks Izuku noticed Ochako is very distant from him. Lately Izuku would ask Ochako out, but Ochako replies with not right now, maybe next time, okay I am busy. Time skip morning. It was Izuku's exciting day. Bekkaui, it was his birthday, he would finally get to see his father again. He was happy and he quickly got downstairs and go to his GF home, but before that he bought bouquet of flowers and roses and a locket with a picture of both of them together. Timixip. Izuku then arrived at Ochako's house. He was about to knock when he heard Ochako moaning. Izuku thought Ochako was in danger. He immediately broke down the door and ran into Ochako's bedroom only to see Ochako naked with a guy. Izuku was broken. He dropped the flowers and the locket. Ochako saw Izuku and was gonna explain, but Izuku ran. Ochako. Izuku-kun, I can explain. Izuku was already far gone. Izuku Pav. Why? I love her. I gave her everything. I thought she was the Oni. Kept running and running until got into the house. Immediately went to my bedroom. I cried the whole day. Seeing my phone had a lot of missed calls from Ochako and messages saying I can explain. PLSS talk to me, but I decided to ignore it. Izuku. Why? I love her. Why would she do this? Did I do something wrong? Was I not enough? I cried and kept wishing for the pain to end. Timixip. At night, Izuku was sleeping. Adn Hisashi arrive and say many wet tissues and Izuku sleep talking. Izuku. Why I loved you. Why? Hisashi then woke Izuku up. Hisashi. Izuku. Izuku wake up. Izuku. Wake up. Izuku finally wakes up. Hisashi saw Izuku's eyes broken, filled with sadness and heartache. Hisashi. Son, what happened? Worried for Izuku. Izuku. Dad, PLSS, get me out of here already. I don't want to be here anymore. PLSSS. Izuku kept begging to his father, crying to take him with him. Hisashi was shocked at Izuku. He was never this broken before. He was worried and angry at who caused his son to be this broken. Hisashi. I will take you, my son, but PLSS, tell me what happened. Izuku then began telling him about Ochako and him to say that Hisashi was mad. No, he was very pissed and angry at what the girl did to his son and also mad at Inko for not taking care of Izuku. Hisashi. I will take you tomorrow. Someone will come here for you. Her name will be Vados and will take you to my house. Okay, so for now sleep. You're tired. Open your gifts tomorrow. Izuku nodded and went back to sleep. Hisashi. This pain will end tomorrow. Hisashi then called someone. Yes, Hisashi-sama. Hisashi. Ah, Nezu, glad you picked up. I want you to talk to the Yagis, Bakugos, and the Todorokis and talk to the Urarakas to investigate them, punish them, said Hisashi, very pissed. Nezu. May I ask why, Hisashi-sama? Hisashi then told Nezu about his son and how they treated him for being quirkless and how shocked Nezu was when he found out All Might neglected Izuku too, as well as Inko. Nezu was very pissed. Nezu. Don't worry, Hisashi-sama, we were already about to go there tomorrow to celebrate Azumi's birthday. Hisashi. I will be there too to beat those bastards up. Nezu. Okay, Hisashi-sama, I am so sorry of what happened to Izuku. Nezu was very pissed because Izuku was his favorite nephew. He was very smart for his age and the one who could only challenge Nezu in a chess. Hisashi. Okay Nezu, see you tomorrow. Nezu. Then see you tomorrow too, Hisashi-sama. Hisashi then ended the call. Nezu. I feel sorry for you, All Might. Welp, let's just hope he won't destroy them too much. Nezu laughed maniacally of what's about to fall onto the family. Izuku Pav. I am still broken at what Ochako no Uraraka did to me, but it didn't hurt much now. But also I am excited. I am finally getting out of this hellhole. Today I was getting my uniform ready to go to school. Time skip. Izuku was now in the school. The day went the same. His former sister and friends were bullying him, but he didn't feel anything anymore. Their attack were just that weak and Ochako kept trying to talk to him, but he just ignored her. But now the day finally ended and Izuku was excited. He was about to go home when Izumi and the Odors stopped him. Izumi. Where do you think you're going, Deku? Izuku stayed silent but was punched by Katsuki in the face. Katsuki. Talk, you fucking Deku, or do I have to put you in your place again? Izuku had enough. It was already his last day here, so he immediately fought back, breaking Katsuki's wrist and ribs. Everyone was shocked he did that. Katsuki cried in pain and was helped up by Katsumi and the others. Izumi. Why did you do that, Oni-cha? But was cut off by Izuku punching her shoulder, dislocating it. Izuku. Don't you ever call me that. We were Neve family. The others saw how Izuku beat Izumi, immediately attacked Izuku. But Izuku beat them up. They were in pain. Both Shoko and Shoto's arm were broken and Katsumi was the same as Katsuki. They were all shocked except Katsuki. He was supposed to be stronger than Deku, but he was on the ground crying and in pain. Izuku. I will now stop holding back on all of you, cause when I get into UA don't even think that I will let you beat me, cause I will do the same thing I did to you now in UA, so better watch your backs, and also this will be last time you will see me before we see each other again at UA. Izuku. Bye. Izumi was shocked, then she realized what she has done and cried in the ground saying, "I am sorry, Oni-chan." The others were livid at what happened. Izuku was holding back to them before, but now he's not. They were shocked at his strength and were pissed at how the hell he gets strong like that. Izuku Pav. It felt good finally putting those shits in their places, but now I have to go. I am excited. I finally can be with my dad. I immediately hurried home after beating them up. I arrived home and saw Inko preparing birthday cake for Izumi, and Izuku immediately went upstairs. When he go to the room, he immediately write a letter for them and packs his stuff. After an hour of waiting, someone teleported inside Izuku's room. He saw a beautiful girl with blue skin and a halo surrounding his neck. Vados. Young Master Izuku, I came to pick you up by the order of Hisashi-sama, the god of creation and destruction. Izuku was shocked. The girl just said that his father was a god. Izuku. What? My father is a god? I said, shock. Vados. Yes, now come along, young master, we have to go. Izuku then nodded and got his staff. Izuku. I am ready now. Vados nodded, then hold Izuku's hand. Both then vanish in thin air. Meanwhile, downstairs, Izumi finally arrived at the house with her friends and decided to apologize to Izuku. Flashback when Izumi and the others got up and walked home. Izumi was now thinking how to apologize to Izuku. Izumi. It's all our fault if we didn't beat him up, Izumi cried, saying. Shoka and Katsumi cried too. They loved Izuku, but they drove Izuku to the point that he won't even care about them getting hurt. While Katsuki and Shoto were now scared of Izuku and now were reconsidering of what they did to him. Izumi. Let's apologize to him today when we get home. All of them agreed and then all of them walked home. Flashback end. When Izumi and her friends opened the door, she saw her parents, Uncle Nezu, Uncle Mike, Auntie Midnight, Grandpa Torino, Grandma Chio, Bakugo's parents, Todoroki's parents, also Natsuo, Fuyumi, and Tuya. And why is Ochako here? Inko Pav. When they arrived, I saw Izumi, my baby girl, and her friends beaten up and see them holding their broken arms. I immediately got worried and ran to her with my husband Toshi. Inko. Izumi, what happened? Why are you and your friend hurt? Izumi. We fell, mom, on the stairs. Inko. Okay dear, but be careful next time, okay? Recovery girl then healed them, and Nezu knew they didn't fell on the stairs. The injuries were too accurate, and the others knew also that they lied except for Masaru, Mitsuki, Toshinori, Inko, and Fuyumi. After that they began celebrating Izumi's birthday, and Aizawa noticed why Izuku isn't here, so she then went towards Inko. Aizawa. Inko, where is Izuku? Inko. Who? Aizawa was shocked his sister forgot about Izuku. Aizawa. Inko, your son Izuku, my nephew, where is he? Aizawa shouted, angry and pissed. Inko then realized who he was talking about. Inko. Oh, Izuku, he's out with his friends right now. Aizawa knew Inko was clearly lying, so Aizawa head upstairs to Izuku's room and knocked, but no one answered, so he opened the door only to see there were no stuff inside. It was empty, and he found a note on the table and he reads it and was pissed. He kept reading only for his anger to rise. Each and every word he read, he quickly came downstairs and shouted. Aizawa. What the fucking hell is wrong with you two? Aizawa, who activated his quirk, punching both Inko and Toshinori, beating them to a pulp. Izumi. Uncle, what are you doing? Stop, you're hurting them. Izumi shouted while crying, seeing her parents beaten up. Nezu. Midnight. Midnight then nodded and used her quirk toward Aizawa, knocking him out. Nezu then picked up the letter Aizawa held and was pissed because it was a very detailed letter of how Izuku's life was. Dear Yagis, Bakugo twins, Todoroki twins, and Ochako. I would like to say this: fuck you all. I am finally free. This hellhole you called house, my dad, not Toshinori, my real father, Hisashi Midoriya, got me out of that hellhole, and when I return, don't expect mercy for me, cause you're not getting it. I've been holding back everything you have done to me. Now I am gonna pay you full price. That was just the glimpse of what I could do to you Yagis, Bakugo twins, and Todoroki twins. Now to the Yagis first. Inko Yagi, the one who was supposed to take care of me, neglected me and slapped me for taking a food out of the fridge. Now tell me, what kind of mother does that to his son? Oh, I know, a shitty greedy whore one. You quickly neglect me when I was diagnosed quirkless, and you even cheated on dad with this buffoon of muscle for head. Oh, I know who he is. Dad told me who Toshinori is, and you two, I can't believe you two are heroes. Is that why there are many fakes now? And to you Toshinori, a once quirkless child who was given the power from my grandmother Nana Shimura, I would love to see the look in your face. Toshinori, you know Inko was Shimura before he was adopted by Uncle Aizawa's parents. I really love to see your face in despair when you find out. I don't know why my grandma chooses you. You, a dad who neglected a quirkless child, not even batting an eye on him, not even spending time, and the worst is that you and I were the same quirkless. To me you are just the biggest fake of all. You already forgotten your roots. You were once quirkless and you didn't even care. Tell me what would happen if my grandma knows what you did about you neglecting me, her grandson. I bet she's rolling her grave right now. I hope you rot in hell. And now to your pride and joy, Izumi, a bully, a traitor, most of all my fake sister. We aren't even related to begin with. Why did I even protect you when we were a child? Inko isn't even your real mother. What a situation this is. The real son was born out of the womb but was neglected by someone who isn't even her daughter. Ha 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 ha. But Izumi, you remember what I said right after I beat you and your friends up? Watch your back when you get into UA. Now the letter is getting long, so to the Todoroki twins and Bakugo twins, just like Izumi, watch your backs. I love all of you three girls before, but now it is replaced by hatred. I hate all of you, especially you Katsuki. You think you're strong, you don't even hurt me. I just keep holding back on you. Your explosion doesn't even hurt. It makes me laugh that someone like you has a great quirk when you're that weak. And now to my ex-GF Ochako, a whore, a slut. I wonder how many men you have now slept with. Ha 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 ha. Or is it the same men? You, out of all the people I loved you the most, but you took it for granted and keep sleeping with other men behind my back. Now when I get into UA, don't even talk to me cause I don't talk to whores. And uncles, aunties and Natsuo ni, Fuyumi ne. To you ni, thank you for helping me and thank you for feeding me. You all are the best. And Uncle Aizawa, I don't blame you. You were busy with hero work, and I know these two idiotic parents would lie to you about how I was, so I am gonna be staying with my father now. Even if you look for me, I am long gone. I just found out that my father is a fucking god. Now you wait, I'll have my revenge. Yours truly, Izuku Midoriya. Everyone now was crying and pissed at the Yagis. Ray Pav. After I read the letter, I can't believe it. My son and daughter bullied him. I don't want to believe it. I then look at my daughter Shoko and my son Shoto. Ray. Is this true? Both didn't. ASNWER only looked down their head. So it's true. Did I raise them wrong? Ray was crying and was comforted by Endeavor. NG. When we get home you will be training your own quirk. We will not train you nor help you. You will cook your own food and get jobs your own, and lastly you will be stripped of the recommendation that I was about to give to Nezu. NG gave both his daughter and son a look full of disgust and anger. Tuya was angry at what his siblings did to Izuku. Was the one who helped Tuya wath his flames, controlling it better so that he would not get burned. He was now a hero thanks to Izuku. Tuya. Don't even look at me and talk to me as of now. You're not my siblings. Tuya then walked out. With the Bakugos, Mitsuki, who was fuming mad at what she heard, cried that her children caused this to Izuku. Masaru, who was always silent, snapped when they heard what they did and quickly went and beating the shit out Katsuki and Katsumi. Masaru. From now on you'll be wearing quirk bracelet and will go to school quirkless. You will have your allowance cut off. You will work for your own money. You will cook for your own. And lastly, if your mother and I calls you, you come immediately because I've been lenient on you for too long. And if I ever hear you call your mom old hag, I will fucking kick you out of the goddamn house. Do you hear me? Both were silent. Masaru. I said, do you hear me? Both. Yes, Dad. Both cried, but Katsuki was angry of himself because of what happened. If he didn't suggest what would have happened. Masaru then went to Mitsuki, comforting her. Gran Torino Pav. After I heard what was written in the letter, I was in distraught and in disbelief. My grandson was suffering all alone by the hands of my granddaughter and her friends, and Toshinori, the boy I helped raise and train, ignored his son who was quirkless like him. I feel ashamed because he didn't turn out what I raised him to be. It aches my heart. I thought he would have formed a relationship with his son. I guess I was wrong. Gran Torino. Toshi, I didn't raise you to be like this. How could you ignore Izuku? Furious, Gran Torino kicked Toshinori on the face. Toshinori. I didn't mean to, Dad. I am sorry, I failed, Toshinori cried. Gran Torino. Did that rank of yours got into your head, huh, Toshinori? Toshinori only kept crying, didn't answer. Gran Torino. And who were you gonna give the quirk to? Toshinori. Izumi. Gran Torino then looks at Izumi. Gran Torino. And you? What has gotten into your head to bully your brother? Did that quirk of yours gotten into your head too? Izumi. We only did it because he wanted to be a hero without a quirk and we were afraid that he would die. Aizawa, who just woke up, heard what Izumi said and was furious. Aizawa. You think that's a valid fucking reason just to hurt somebody? What about me, hubrat? My quirk only erase quirks, not mutation ones. Tell me I could have trained him to become a hero. I am basically fighting quirkless. Aizawa yelled at Izumi, who was crying and kept saying I'm sorry. Aizawa then looked at Inko. Aizawa. And you tell me why I neglected your son. Inko didn't asnwer. Aizawa. A snur me. Inko. I thought he needed space. Okay, I didn't know what to do. Rei and Mitsuki heard what Inko said and was furious, quickly went to Inko and slapped her. Rei. You should have comforted him, he was a sweet young boy, now look at what you've done. Rei, who was yelling at Inko. Mitsuki. How could you do this, Inko? He was a sweet child. I am happy he is with his father. Nezu, who was listening the entire time, finally spoke. Nezu. Someone will be here and I suggest you speak with respect. Nezu, who said, clearly pissed and angry at the Yagis. Then suddenly a man appeared in the room, a man who looked like Izuku but older. Hisashi. Hi Inko, said Hisashi with venom in his voice, saying Inko's name. Now we see the Yagi house full of shock faces, especially Inko Yagi. She was shocked that Hisashi was here. Her ex-husband, the one who she left for Toshinori Yagi, or the hero known as All Might, was here looking at her, pissed for what she did and her family to his son Izuku. Inko. Hisashi, why are you here? Where's my baby boy? Inko said, stuttering, still shocked that Hisashi suddenly appeared in the room. Hisashi. You know damn well why I'm here, Inko. And I took Izuku, he was suffering here because of you and those bastards. Hisashi, pointing at All Might and the kids. All Might. Give me back my son, you villain. All Might, who got up, saw Hisashi, immediately went into his buff form and tried to attack Hisashi. Keyword. Tried. When All Might got to Hisashi's face and tried to attack him, he was suddenly thrown in the wall. Izumi and Inko then went to the broken wall and see All Might knocked out again. Hisashi. You mean my son? Shit, Might, Hisashi said with rage, went into his god of destruction form. All of the people there immediately felt the aura Hisashi was emitting and all of them were trying so hard to breathe, and Nezu immediately bowed down. Hisashi. This is my warning to you all, hurt my son and it's your death. You're lucky Izuku told me not to kill you all. Izumi. Sir, please let me see my Oni-chan, we want to apologize to him, please sir, Izumi said, crying. Hisashi. And why would I let you see him? You've done enough damage to my son, you think I would let you hurt him again? Hisashi said to Izumi with rage and malice in his words. Hisashi then looks at Nezu. Hisashi. Nezu, tell the government to revoke the parental right of Inko Yagi. Hisashi said to Nezu, who nodded, and Inko, who was begging not to. Hisashi. Then tell me a reason why I shouldn't do that. Inko. I want to be his mother again. Hisashi, please don't take him. Hisashi. You're too late for that, Inko. You fucking neglected him for your stepdaughter who you never carried in your stomach. Inko, you carried Izuku for 9 months and you suddenly forgot that he existed. Don't talk to me again, don't associate yourself with my son, and lastly I hope you all rot in hell, especially you fucking cheating slut, Hisashi said, pointing at Ochako. Hisashi. Thanks to you yesterday I visited Izuku, he was broken, that was the first time I saw him begging hard for me to take him already. I hope you will get what's fucking coming for you all. Hisashi then vanished out of thin air and everyone can breathe normally as the aura was gone. Then Nezu looks at the Yagis and the tormentors, who was sobbing. Nezu. Now for your punishment, Toshinori and Inko, you will do community service for 3 years, same as he kids, and the kids will always wear a quirk cancelling bracelets and are not allowed to take them off even at the school and the house, and the recommendation will be revoked and your payment will be cut to 80% and you will not get paid when you start working at UA. And as for you, Ms. Uraraka, you're lucky Izuku is a kind-hearted boy, if not you would already been blacklisted, and the others too, but your punishment will be you will be on probation for 1 year when you become a hero, and the other kids will be on 5-year probation when they become heroes. Now do I make myself clear? No one answered and Nezu was pissed. Nezu. I said, do I make myself clear? Nezu shouted, angry and frustrated. Everyone except the ones who took care of Izuku. Hi. Nezu. Good, now let's go. Aizawa, who nodded, both left and soon after everyone left, leaving the Yagis alone, broken and crying that they lost Izuku. Meanwhile Izuku. Izuku was teleported outside a big mansion. Izuku jaws dropped, shocked that his father owns a freaking mansion. Vados, who saw Izuku shock, giggled because he was too cute. Vados. Young master, let's go inside, Vados said. Izuku. Okay, and call me Izuku. Vados-san, I really don't like formalities. Vados. Ah, okay Izuku-sama. Izuku. Ah, I said no formalities, sigh. Let's go inside, Vados-san. Both then went inside. When Izuku got in, he was immediately hugged by a woman with blonde hair and purple eyes. Hi Izuku, I am glad you're finally here, the women said, hugging Izuku. Izuku. I'm sorry, but who are you? It feels warm getting hugged by her. Oh, I am Hisashi's wife, Yu Takayama. The girl now known as Yu let go of Izuku. Izuku. So you're my new mom? Izuku said, hoping that Yu will yes. Yu. If you want to, then I will become the best mom you have, Yu said, nervously thinking that Izuku might not like her as a mother figure. Izuku then starts crying cause he finally also have a mom. Even if they just met, Izuku felt safe and warm with her like a true mother due to their child. Izuku. Thank you mom. Izuku overwhelmed with happiness that he has now a mother. Yu. There my sweet boy, I am here now. Yu kept hugging Izuku until Izuku stops crying. Vados, who was in the side, was holding back a bit of tears in her. Vados. So sad that he has to go through that kind of life. Izuku then stopped crying and for the first time smiled widely. The first time he had widely smile. Even Ochako and Hisashi never get Izuku to smile like that. Yu. Are you okay now, Izuku? Izuku. Yes mom, Izuku said happily. Then Izuku looked around. Izuku. Mom, where's dad? Yu. He's doing something right now, but he will be back later. Okay, for now let's go to your new room, Yu said. Izuku. Okay mom, Izuku said, happy and excited that he is finally away from the ones who hurt him. Both then walk and arrived at Izuku's outside his new bedroom. Yu. Are you excited? Me and Hisashi picked the things you might want and put it there in your room. Izuku. Yes mom, Izuku said, excited to see his new room. Izuku then opened his door and was shocked. His room, he saw a couch in the middle of the room. Yu. So this is your living room, come I'll show you even more awesome. Izuku, who heard his mom said more awesome than this, followed her to another room of his room and both then opened it. Izuku was shocked, he didn't knew his father would be this rich. Yu. This is your gaming room and we bought you 2%, so if you'd like a change of environment in playing, so we bought you 2. Izuku was so happy he gets to have a compute and an arcade. Izuku really loves playing arcade, but he never really gets to play because he was focused on his training, but now he has not only 1 but 2 high-end PC and a whole arcade. Izuku. Thank you mom, thank you. Izuku hugs Yu. Yu. You're welcome dear, we want you to have your best interest at heart, but now let's go to your bathroom and finally your bedroom. Yu and Izuku sped off going to the bathroom excitedly. Yu. So this is your bathroom, Izuku. Izuku was very shocked. A bathroom could be his big. Izuku. Mom, is it really okay? I know dad is rich, but isn't this too much mom? Izuku said, worried of her parents spending too much on him. Yu. Oh, it's okay Izuku, I know you're worried, but your dad is very rich, he owns a lot of companies and corporations, so don't worry, okay, and nothing's too much, it's for you Izuku, you never had a very good childhood and we want to give it back to you. Izuku, who heard what his mom said, cried again cause he's past never spent things on him, only on Izumi. He was very happy he gets to experience this also. Izuku. SNIIF*, thank you mom, sniff. Yu. It's okay sweetie, just let it out. Izuku finally done crying. Izuku. I'm sorry if I keep crying mom. Yu. It's okay Izuku, I am always here for you, got it, but now let's go to your bedroom, are you excited? Izuku. Yes mom, Izuku said, wiping a few tears in his eyes. Both then went into the final room. Yu was very excited and nervous cause she was the one who picked the bed, the pillows, the bedsheet, the clothes, everything inside Izuku's bedroom she was the one who picked and was worried if Izuku might not like it. Yu. What if he don't like it? Will he hate me? Please, I hope he likes it, Yu said in her mind. Izuku then opened the door and was speechless. Yu sees Izuku speechless and was worried if he didn't like it. Yu. Izuku, do you like it? Izuku. I don't like it. Yu heard Izuku said and was sad. Izuku. I love it. Yu then starts to cry, his son loves the room. Izuku, who saw his mom cried thinking he did something wrong. Izuku. Mom, are you okay? I am sorry if I did anything wrong. You. No sweetie, I am just happy you like the room. Izuku. Not like mom, I love it. You. My baby boy loves the room. Yu continued crying happily as Izuku was happy that he has a new family. After a few minutes Yu then stops crying and told Izuku she will prepare dinner and left. Izuku then starts unpacking the stuff he brought. Time skip dinner. Izuku was playing in the new game room. He was trying out every arcade game there and stopped when he heard someone knocked on the door. Yu. Izuku. Hisashi is here and dinner is ready. Yu then went downstairs to prepare the food. Izuku, who heard what his mom said, immediately stops playing and went downstairs. When he got downstairs he was surprised by his dad, his new mom and Vados, who was holding a cake. Trio. Happy birthday Izuku, Izuku-sama. Izuku cried cause there was really no one who celebrated his birthday except his dad and his ex Ochako. They were the only ones who celebrated his birthday, and now he has a mom that surprised him with his dad and Vados-san. His family was complete. Izuku. Thank you mom and dad, I love you. Both. We love you too sweetie. Both kissed Izuku's cheeks and Izuku then went to Vados. Izuku. Thank you for celebrating my birthday Vados-san, Izuku said happily. Vados. No problem Izuku-sama. Izuku pouted cause he really don't want Vados to call him that. Izuku never really likes formalities. Izuku then smiled and hugged Vados, who blushed. Hisashi and Yu saw this. Hisashi. I am proud of you my boy. Hisashi, who was crying that Izuku made Vados, who was always serious and a bit emotionless, blushed by Izuku hugging her. You. Grandbabies SSSSSS yes. Hisashi, who saw the look of you, shivered a bit. Hisashi. I hope you survive in the near future. Wallet. No, don't let her touch my babies. Hisashi, who heard something crying in his pocket but shrugged it off and celebrated Izuku's birthday. Third person Pav. It was already early morning. Izuku woke up comfy because of the softness of his new bed and pillow. He quickly did a morning yawn and stretch, getting ready for today's hellish training to become his father's successor. Flashback yesterday. As they were celebrating Izuku's birthday, Izuku remembers at what Vados said. Izuku. Dad, Vados-san said you're a god of destruction and creation. What quirks do you have? Hisashi. Well, Izuku, gods don't have quirk, we have something more powerful, we use God Ki. Izuku. What's God Ki? Hisashi. Well, first let me explain what's Ki. First, Ki is the life force energy we use to do things like fly, make blast, and many things. God Ki, however, is a unique Ki used by us gods and their angel companions. Izuku got the jizz of what's Ki and God Ki and was shocked that with Ki he can do anything. Izuku. Is Ki stronger than quirks? Hisashi. Yes, with Ki you can even destroy worlds and universe. Izuku was shocked that Ki is more powerful. Izuku. So dad, you said gods and their angels, so who's your angel companion? Hisashi. Oh, Vados here is my partner. Izuku. What? Vados-san is an angel. Hisashi. Yes son. Izuku. Can you train me in Ki? Hisashi. Sure, I was gonna ask you if you want me to train you tomorrow, but be prepared, the training is gonna be hell. Izuku. I will be ready and become a hero that saves everyone, Izuku said, eyes filled with fiery will of determination. Hisashi and Yu, who heard his new son said, smiled and proud. Hisashi. What about not being a hero but a god? Izuku's eyes widened when he heard what his father said. Izuku. Whaatt. I can be a god too? Hisashi. Yes, I choose you as my successor in both place as the god creation and also destruction. I've been wanting to tell you this since when I first met you, and also you have God Ki. Izuku. Would I have God Ki? Hisashi. Yes you have, you are my son, so it's natural for you to have God Ki because I am your dad. Izuku. Then IACC pet, I will become the best god there is. Hisashi looks at Izuku with a proud smile while Vados and Yu smiled at Izuku. Yu. Well, that's enough talking, we still have to celebrate, who hugged and kissed Hisashi. Hisashi. Well, let's celebrate. Flashback end. Izuku was now downstairs eating his breakfast quickly so that he could start training. Yu. Izuku sweetie, slow down, there's still more time before you start training. Yu, who told Izuku to slow down cause he might choke. Izuku. Okay mom. Izuku then finished eating and went outside and saw Hisashi waiting for him. Izuku. Good morning dad. Hisashi. Morning sun, now are you ready? Izuku. Yes dad. Hisashi. Okay, now first things first, let's get you started with ki first, not god ki. Izuku. Why dad? Hisashi. Biksu, if you use god ki now you will die. Izuku wide-eyed, if he used god ki now he would have died. Hisashi. Now let's get you started first. As I explained before, ki is your latent life force energy. They can be manipulated and also allow you to sense other ki or life force of other beings around you. Now all you need to do to obtain it is by meditating, so start meditating. Izuku then starts meditating. Hisashi. Now calm your mind and concentrate, feel your surroundings, feel the ki. Izuku then tries to feel his surroundings and tried to feel his ki, but nothing. He tries and tries until a few hours he feels it. Izuku. Dad, I feel it, I felt my ki. Izuku said, excited he can feel his surroundings. Hisashi. Good, keep feeling it, and once you really get the hold of it I want you to try concentrating your ki to both of your hands when you get the hold of it, okay? Izuku nods and starts feeling it again. After a few minutes he tries to concentrate his ki on both of his hands and only a little light came out, meaning he still hasn't got the hold of his ki after a few minutes. Hisashi. Izuku, let's stop first, you can try again tomorrow. Izuku nodded his head down, sad that he disappointed his father. Hisashi, who saw this, kneeled to Izuku's level and hugged him. Hisashi. Izuku, you can always try tomorrow or later. Even when I first did this it took me 1 month to really get a hold of it. Izuku. I just want to make you proud of me, I feel like I just disappointed you, Izuku said, tears starting to form in his eyes. He doesn't want his father, the one who gave him a new family and a new life, be disappointed in him. Hisashi. I am already proud of you, Izuku, and no, I am not disappointed at you, never. Hisashi, who hugged Izuku, quickly gets up. Hisashi. Now Izuku, we can always try tomorrow, okay, but for now let's get your training get going. Izuku. Hi, Izuku said, wiping the tears in his eyes. Hisashi. Izuku, for now you already a bit fit, I can feel your muscles growing, but still you have to keep doing your training with this. Hisashi then gave Izuku a paper and a weighted clothes different from the ones Hisashi gave him. Those weighted clothes that Hisashi gave him only had a limit of 500 kilograms, but the clothes right now has no limit. Hisashi. These clothes are different form, the ones I gave you, this one has no limits of how much weight you want to apply to it. Now I want you to adjust it to 1 ton each clothes and always wear them every day from now on, and the paper will be your regiment. Paper. Push-ups. 100. Sit-ups. 100. Lift a 10-ton truck for 1 hour. Run 10-round lap around the mansion. Meditate for 2 hours. Izuku was shocked. His training is hard. Back then with his weight he would only do 50 each per day, but now it was harder also because he has to lift a damn 1-ton truck for an hour. Hisashi. Now Izuku, don't tell your mother about the weighted clothes and 1-ton truck. Izuku. Why can't I tell mom, dad? Hisashi. If you tell her I would be killed already by her. Izuku didn't get it and just said. Izuku. Okay dad, I won't tell mom. Won't tell me what? Hisashi, who heard, paled and saw you smiling at him. You. Izuku, what did your father told you to not tell me? Izuku, who saw his father looking at, shaking his head sideways. Izuku then smiled. Hisashi, who saw this, was nervous. Izuku. Dad told me that I won't tell you about my training. You. And why is that? Hisashi cared to tell me why. Hisashi. It's because you Hisashi, who couldn't get a reason as to why not tell you about Izuku's training regiment, was stuttering, trying to find a reason. You, who saw the paper Izuku was holding. You. Izuku dear, what is that paper you're holding? Hisashi paled even more. He's gonna die. Izuku. It's the training regiment Papa gave me, mom. You. Oh, can you please give me the paper, my baby boy? Izuku looks at Hisashi, shaking his head. No, Izuku, don't give you the paper. Izuku smiled at Hisashi, who was paling and shaking. Izuku. Here you go, mom. Izuku gives the paper. Yu then reads the paper and was getting angry at what she read and calls Hisashi, who was trying to escape from the wrath of his wife. Yu. Hisashi dear, come with me for a sec. Yu then looks at Izuku. Yu. Izuku dear, can you please go to your room? Me and your dad have things to talk about. Izuku. Okay mom, waving his hand goodbye to his mom and dad, smiling. Hisashi, who saw Izuku's evil smile, was shaking that his son left him with his mother. Hisashi. Izuku, you traitor. You. Now Hisashi, what is this that I read? 1-ton truck. Hisashi. Because why you no. Trying to talk but was stuttering afraid of her wife. Then Izuku came back. Izuku. Mom dad also gave me these weighted clothes. He told me to wear 1 ton each clothes. Izuku then left after he told her mom. Hisashi. Why Izuku my son why? You. So Hisashi cared to explain? Hisashi paled even more. He saw his wife smile but behind her was an evil Oni looking at him. Hisashi. Dear we can talk about this right? You. Yes we talk about this dear with you shouting. Izuku who got into his room heard loud shouts of his dad coming from outside. Izuku shivered in thoughts. Mom is scary, best not to anger mom. After a few hours of hearing shouts Izuku was called down to eat dinner. Izuku immediately went down and saw a beat-up Hisashi who was glaring dagger at him for leaving him behind and a smiling Yu who was putting the food. Hisashi. Why did you left me? Izuku. It's your fault not mine's. Izuku looked away at Hisashi who was fuming but was quickly stopped by Yu who hit his head. Yu. Stop it already you big baby and eat. Hisashi who stops and just started eating looking at Izuku who was smiling at him while eating. After dinner Izuku immediately went to bed and slept. Izuku is now 14 and he is now on par with Cleopatra. He got his immortality at the age of 13. Right now he is lifting a 10-ton weight and is wearing 5 tons each on his clothes. Izuku. 1098, 1099, 1100. He kept lifting the weight until Hisashi called him. Hisashi. Izuku come with me for a sec I want you to meet someone but be warned my son greet him with utmost respect. This was the first time Hisashi had warned Izuku in his year living with his dad. Izuku. Okay dad let me change first. Hisashi nodded and Izuku immediately went and go change. After a few minutes Izuku finished changing and went to his dad. Izuku. Dad I am ready. Then his mom Yu came in and saw Izuku wearing casual clothes while Hisashi was wearing his God of Destruction clothes. Yu. Where are you guys going? Asked Yu. Hisashi. We're going to meet Grand Zeno. He said he wants to meet me and Izuku especially Izuku. Yu was now nervous a bit that Grand Zeno wants to meet Izuku and was quickly comforted by Hisashi. Hisashi. It will be fine I am sure of it don't worry okay you'll ruin that beautiful face of yours if you kept worrying. Yu blushed at what Hisashi said and was now shy and hit Hisashi so fly on his chest while Hisashi laughed. Izuku. Yu could you guys get a room? Izuku said not wanting to see any more of this. Hisashi. You know you would be doing this anytime soon you know with Vados. Izuku blushed and hides his face away from them. Izuku. What a or why you talking a about? Said Izuku blushing. Hisashi. We know Izuku and I apport of her but right now we have to go see you later love. Yu. See you too dear see you Izu. Yu waved goodbye at Hisashi and Izuku. Izuku. Bye mom see ya. Izuku waved and held on to Hisashi's shoulder and disappeared. In the palace of the Omni King. There we can see Beerus and the other gods of destruction and also the angels and a one particular little guy who is sitting in a throne. Zeno. So when will Hisashi arrive? Zeno said. Beerus. My lord they will arrive as soon. Zeno. Which one of you will I replace Izuku with? All the gods of destruction paled and was shaking. All God. Zeno-sama plss give us a second chance, all of them bow down scared. Zeno. You guys are so serious I am just joking. All the God sighed in relief. Suddenly Vados came in the door and bowed. Vados. My lord they are here. Zeno. Ooh I can't wait to see Hisashi's son. Then Hisashi and Izuku then came in both of them bowed down to Zeno. Hisashi. Izuku. Greetings Grand Zeno. Zeno. You can stand. Both Hisashi and Izuku stands up immediately. Zeno stands up and went towards Izuku and looks at him for a bit. Zeno. You have a great potential greater than anyone else. Hisashi was shocked as well as the other gods and angels. Izuku was praised by Zeno the king of the Omniverse. Izuku. Thank you Grand Zeno your praised means everything. Izuku once again bowed down to Zeno. Zeno. Grand Priest I want you to train Izuku unlock his full potential. Do you accept Izuku? Izuku was shocked he didn't know what to say. Hisashi. Whispers. You should accept this son. This is a great opportunity to learn from an angel. Remember what I told you before angels are stronger than the gods of destruction well except me of course. Izuku. Whispers, I know dad and I will accept. Zeno. So what is your answer, Izuku? Izuku. I accept Grand Zeno, your kindness knows no bounds. Izuku bowed again at the Omni King. Grand Priest. Come along, Izuku. Izuku stand up and went towards the Grand Priest and bowed. Izuku. I am in your care, Grand Priest. Grand Priest. My so respectful, stand up now, young Izuku, and your majesty, we will now be leaving to start his training early. Grand Zeno. Okay Izuku, good luck, you have a bright future ahead of you. Izuku. Thank you, Grand Zeno. Grand Priest. Very respectful, I can see now why my daughter Vados has fallen for him. Grand Priest looked at Vados, who was a bit sad that Izuku might not get to spend time with her. Grand Priest. Don't worry, dear daughter, you will see your lover in 2 years' time. Grand Priest spoke through Vados' mind, in turn making Vados blush red, steam coming out of her ears. Vados. F father WEA or N not L lovers, yet. Grand Priest. You know I can hear you right, my dear daughter, and besides I approve of him, he is respectful, powerful, humble and kind-hearted unlike his father. Vados blushed even further when she heard that his father can still hear him, and Izuku took notice of this and approached her. Izuku. Vados-san, are you okay? You look very red right now, are you sick? Izuku touched the forehead of Vados, making Vados faint from being overwhelmed by her feelings. Hisashi and the other gods and goddesses in the room facepalmed at Izuku being very dense. Grand Priest. Sigh. Izuku, let us go and start your training. Izuku. Hi, see ya dad, and thank you for this opportunity, Grand Zeno. Izuku bowed. Grand Zeno. No problem at all, Izuku, and enjoy. Izuku and the Grand Priest then vanished. Meanwhile, Hisashi was now suddenly scared. Hisashi. Shit, how am I gonna explain this to you? Hisashi just thought about what he would do when he gets home without Izuku with him. Vados. Don't worry Hisashi-sama, I already informed Yu-sama about this and she said you and Yu-sama need to talk. Hisashi looks at Vados, who just woke up from overloading. Hisashi. Why Vados, why? Hisashi paled at the thought of a angry Yu. Zeno. Now all of you can go except for you, Hisashi. All the god and angel left the throne room except for Hisashi. Zeno. Hisashi, your son Izuku has a lot of potential, he might even gonna be on par with me when he gets older. Hisashi was shocked, Izuku surpassing Zeno, he couldn't even do it. Hisashi. Are you sure, Grand Zeno? Zeno only nodded. Zeno. He might be the only one who can beat him. Hisashi paled for a bit of the thought of him. Hisashi. But Grand Zeno, isn't he sealed? Zeno. Yes, but I am afraid the seal has been weakening these past century and I believe he will be coming back soon, I don't know when. Hisashi. You can seal him again, right, Grand Zeno? Zeno nodded no. Zeno. I cannot anymore, Hisashi, my powers have been weakening ever since that fight with him, I only have now half of my power. Hisashi was shocked that Grand Zeno lost half of his power but still was stronger than him. Hisashi. If he ever comes out then I will fight for you, Izuku, he is not ready yet. Zeno. That's why I am training him with the Grand Priest, in maybe a few months he might be able to surpass you, that's how big the potential your son had that I felt when I looked at his eyes. Hisashi. Then if he comes out of the seal and Izuku is not yet ready then I will sacrifice myself. Zeno. No, old friend, Izuku still needs you, I know what happened to his childhood and I want you to be there for him. Hisashi. Then who will fight him once he gets out? Grand Zeno. That will be a problem for another day, old friend. Hisashi. Sigh. You still haven't changed. Zeno chuckles at Hisashi's statement about him. Grand Zeno. Then I will let you go now, Hisashi, it seems like you have a lot of trouble when you get home. Hisashi paused for a while, confused about what Zeno said, but quickly paled as he realized he still had to face Yu's wrath. Hisashi. Fuck, Hisashi muttered under his breath and teleported back to his home. Meanwhile with Izuku. Izuku and Grand Priest were now in another dimension. Izuku. How long will I stay here, Grand Priest? Grand Priest. You will be staying for 10 years, young Izuku. Izuku was shocked. Izuku. Whaattt? Then what will happen? I will be old by then to join UA. Izuku was now mumbling and he was hit in the head by the Grand Priest. Izuku. Itai. Izuku rubbing his forehead. Grand Priest. 10 years here is 2 years there, young Izuku, and you won't age here, and stop mumbling. Izuku now understood but was still touching his forehead. Grand Priest. Now for our training for the first 5 years we will be training that body of yours and also train your combat abilities and techniques in using Ki and God Ki, and now the second 5 year where I will be training you to unlock Ultra Instinct. Izuku. Excuse me Grand Priest, but what is Ultra Instinct? Grand Priest. Ultra Instinct is an ultimate technique that separates the consciousness from the body, allowing it to move and fight independent of a martial artist's thoughts, emotions, and it gives us boost in all aspects of our body, only as angels, Grand Zeno's guards, Grand Zeno himself, and lastly your father Hisashi, the only god of both creation and destruction that can go to Ultra Instinct state. Izuku. Wait, so dad is the only god who can go into that state? Izuku said, shocked at his father's power. Grand Priest. Yes, young Izuku, your father the first god who unlocked the Ultra Instinct and mastered it, so I expect for you to unlock it too, young Izuku, as Grand Zeno saw high potential in you. Now let us start. Izuku. Wait, we'll start now? Grand Priest. Yes, Grand Priest then started training Izuku. Meanwhile with Hisashi, we can see Hisashi inside the mansion kneeling on the ground, keeping his head down low, not wanting to look at an angry Yu. You. Hisashi, why didn't you ask for my consent? Yu shouted at Hisashi, making him flinch. Hisashi. I am sorry dear, I thought you would agree. You. Be ready Hisashi for the night of your life. Hisashi. No please mercy. You. Sorry, all out of mercy. Throughout the night screams of pain echoed through the mansion. Izuku Pav. It has now been 10 years since I started training with the Grand Priest, and I have grown a lot stronger than I was before the Grand Priest. I could now almost match up my dad's strength and power, and I have unlocked Ultra Instinct in my 6 years of training and mastered it within the 9th year. Right now I am meditating to practice my control over the Ultra Instinct. Yeah, I mastered it, but I could still get lost from my rage, so I need perfect control over everything. Grand Priest. Izuku, come here. I immediately stand up. SND went towards the Grand Priest. Izuku. Yes, Grand Priest? Grand Priest. It is already the ending of your training and you have grown very strong. I am very proud of you. Izuku. Thank you for training me, Grand Priest. Grand Priest. No problem, you may go now and see your parents. Izuku then left, excited to see his parents, especially his crush Vados. Over the years Izuku's feeling for Vados grew to the point that he would kill anyone who dares to look at her with lust. Izuku then arrived or teleports to his home. Izuku. I am back. Izuku shouted. You. Oh my sweet little baby, you're back. You who missed Izuku hugged him. Hisashi. Dear, I think you should let go. His turning purple. Yu looked at Izuku, who was turning purple from being suffocated. Yu quickly lets go of him. Izuku. Thanks dad. Hi mom, I missed you too. Hisashi. No problem, so how was your training with the Grand Priest? Izuku. It was good, I got pretty strong and I got to fight Goku 2 years ago. Hisashi. Ooh, the Saiyan from the 7th universe. Was he strong? Izuku. Very, but I defeated him in the end. Izuku then looks around and noticed Vados wasn't around. Izuku. Dad, Mom, where is Vados? You. My baby boy misses his girlfriend. Izuku blush immediately when you said HTHE girlfriend part. Hisashi. Aw, I made her ran an errand, she should return by now. Right after Hisashi said, a blue angel then appeared. Vados. Hisashi-sama, I am back. Vados couldn't continue what to say when she saw Izuku. Vados. Izuku. Izuku. Hi Vados. Izuku was a bit shy, it's been long since he saw Vados and he missed her very much. Vados immediately ran and hugs Izuku. Vados. I miss you so much. Izuku. Blushes, I miss you too. Hisashi. Let's give these two a space. Hisashi then grabbed Yu, who wanted to see what will happen to her baby boy and Vados. Yu. Dear, let me go. Hisashi. Hisashi ignored and continues to drag her and both went out. Back with Izuku. Izuku. Vados, there is something I've been meaning to tell you. Vados. Izuku, I want to tell you something. Both blush looking at each other. Izuku. You go first Vados. Vados. No, you go first, it's fine, I can say it after. Izuku. Oh okay. Izuku then takes a deep breath. I love you Vados. Before Izuku could continue, Vados pulls him into a kiss. Izuku was shocked and melts into the kiss. Vados. I love you too for a long time now. When you left for training with my dad I was sad I couldn't see you and confess my feelings for you. Izuku. I am so sorry for not realizing your feelings for me earlier Vados. Vados. It's okay at least now I get to have you. Izuku. Me too, I have been wanting this for so long. Izuku embraces Vados who snuggles into his chest. Both looked at each other's eyes, both faces got closer to each other. Lips almost touching until. You. My baby boy did it. Both heard Yu's shout behind the door. Hisashi. Yu let them have their time. Hisashi then drags Yu away from the door. Yu. Hisashi let me go I want to see more. Hisashi. No come on. Izuku and Vados then chuckles. Izuku. Hey how about I take you on a date tomorrow? Vados. Sure it's okay with me. Izuku. What time do you want to start the date? Vados. I don't know how about you. Izuku. How does 3 p.m. sounds? Vados. It's okay for me. Yu. My baby boy is going on a date. Hisashi. Yu. Come back here. Izuku and Vados could hear and again chuckles. Izuku. We should go. Vados. Yeah and? Vados then kisses Izuku's cheeks and leaves Izuku who blushes and leaves the room too. Time skip. It was time for their date and Izuku was nervous, very nervous. He went in a lot of dates before but this felt different for him. He kept feeling butterflies in his stomach. Izuku was outside the house with his new car that his dad gave to him as a welcome back present. Izuku. Izuku stay calm. You went out on dates before. Izuku was trying to calm himself while waiting for Vados and Vados. Izuku I am so sorry I made you wait. I don't own this picture, credits to the owner who made this. Izuku was speechless. This was the first time he saw Vados in a different clothing and she looked so beautiful in it. Vados. Izuku are you okay? Izuku. Why yeah I am fine it's just you look beautiful in it. Vados. Blush, thanks. Izuku. So are you ready? Vados. Yes. Izuku. Then let's get going. Both got in the car and drove off to their date. Time skip. At the mall, both Izuku and Vados arrived and were now walking inside the mall. A lot of ladies were drooling over how handsome Izuku was and it made Vados jealous, so she hugs Izuku's arm. Izuku. Chuckles, you know you're my only one right? Izuku brings her chin up and kisses her. Vados. I know I just don't want anyone looking at what's mine. As they kept walking, Vados suddenly stops in front of a store, not just any store but a clothing store. Izuku looked at the store and paled knowing what Vados wanted. He tried to get her away from the store but failed as Vados was the first to drag him inside. Guys. Rest in peace. A bunch of guys who were sitting outside the store saw Izuku getting dragged inside. 2 hours they were finally out of that store and Izuku looked like his soul left his body. Vados. Thank you Izuku. Vados then kiss Izuku. Izuku. Note never bring Vados to a mall, no problem. How about we go eat at reserved as a restaurant? Vados. Sure but after dinner, I want to shop for bags. Izuku again pales. Izuku. Never ever bring her to a mall. Guys. You'll get used to it. Izuku. Huh? Izuku looked at the bunch of guys holding a lot of bags and quickly understood what they said. Vados. Oh Izuku look there's another shoe store there. Izuku. Not again. Vados how about we go there after dinner okay? Please say yes please yes Izuku was praying to Grand Zeno that Vados would say yes. Vados. Sure. Izuku. Thank you Grand Zeno you saved my life and my money Izuku sighs in relief and both heads toward the restaurant. Time skip. After they eat Vados again began shopping for shoes which made Izuku's soul come out. After a few hours they finally went home. Vados. Izuku. Thank you so much for this wonderful date. Vados hugs Izuku. Izuku. You're welcome darling. Izuku then kissed Vados. The kiss lasted for 20 seconds and finally both separated. Vados. Izuku I love you so much. Izuku. I love you too Vados so much. Meanwhile in the window inside the mansion. You. Hisashi look they kiss. Hisashi. Do you really have to videotape it? You. Yeah pf course I want to make both of them watch it when they grew old. Hisashi. Come on let's go. You. No I need to video more. Yu was struggling to get out of Hisashi's grip. It is now 10 months after Izuku and Veto's date. Izuku kept training to rise in power and also to protect the ones he loves even though they don't need protection. Izuku. Mom, Dad, I need to go, exam is almost starting. Yu. Okay sweetie, good luck and show them what you're made of. Yu said to Izuku as she hugs Izuku and let go. Hisashi. I am so proud of you, Izuku. You have grown strong, very strong now. Izuku. Thank you guys, but I really need to go now, so see you after the exam. Izuku then flew to UA waving at them. As Izuku was flying, he speaking with someone using his thoughts. Vados. Good luck on the exam, Izuku. Thank you, Vados-chan, and when I get home get ready for a big surprise. Vados. I sure can't wait. I love you, Izuku. I love you too. Both then cuts their communication off. Izuku. Ah, finally I am here. Izuku landed inside UA and many people were looking at him. Girl number 1. Oh my god, look at him, his shirt is so tight his muscle are seen. Girl number 2. Oh, I want to ride that body of his so bad. The girls agreed, looking lustfully at Izuku whose face is pale. Vados. Izu, you are in for treat tonight, Tilda? Vados said to Izuku menacingly. Izuku then went inside quickly in UA to avoid angering Vados even more. Ah! Suddenly someone trips behind Izuku. As he looks back, he quickly gained disdainful look on his face as he looks at the person who tripped behind him. Izuku? The person was shocked as she saw Izuku. Izuku. Uraraka, Izuku said with malice as he saw his ex who cheated on him. Uraraka. Izuku, you're back, I am so sore. Before Uraraka could finish, Izuku was already gone, not wanting to waste his time on her. Izuku. The other are here too, damn it. Wait, this could be an opportunity. Izuku grinned as he now has a new goal while in UA. Meanwhile, somewhere in UA. We need to find Oni-chan and bring him back home. A girl with similar feature as Izuku, it was none other than Izumi Yagi, and she was with Katsumi, Katsuki, Shoka and Shoto. Katsumi. We need to find him and be with him as his lovers. The girls agreed while Shoto and Katsuki were pissed that Izuku humiliated the both of them and was wanting revenge on him since that day he humiliated them. Back WTIH Izuku. Izuku is now inside in one of the classrooms to take the written exam. Ectoplasm. Examinees settle down. The examinees were now quiet as Ectoplasm enters the room and walks to the front of the classroom. Ectoplasm. Today you will be taking your written exam. For applying in UA you have to have passing scores. Even if you have high points in the practical exam and got low scores in the written one, you will have a chance to not make it to UA, so I suggest to you all that pay attention to these exams. Now I will give you your test papers and answer them. After you finish, come to me and I'll tell you where to go next. Ectoplasm then gives all the examinees a paper to answer. Ectoplasm. You may start now. As soon as Ectoplasm said, everyone began flipping the papers to answer the test. Izuku looks at the questions and grin. Izuku. This is gonna be easy. Izuku then started answering questions. Time skip. 30 minutes later, everyone was still answering and Izuku was finished 10 minutes ago and was rechecking the paper 10 times to check everything and every question was answered. Izuku then stood up and walked to Ectoplasm to pass his paper. Ectoplasm. Are you sure about your answers? There is still a lot of time, you know. Izuku. Yes, I have rechecked my answers 10 times and I know all of it are correct. Izuku handed his papers to Ectoplasm. Ectoplasm. Okay, then go to the auditorium next. Izuku. Okay. Izuku left the room and immediately went to the auditorium. As Izuku arrives at the auditorium, he noticed he was the only one there. Izuku. So I'm the first here. Izuku looking at the empty space. Izuku was about to sit down when he heard the door opened and looked to see a black-haired girl sitting down. Then the girl looks at Izuku. So you're the first here? You must be very intelligent. Izuku. Yeah, it seems like you are intelligent yourself too, seeing you finished second. Yeah, and where are my manners? I am Momo Yaoyorozu. The girl, now known as Momo, introduces herself to Izuku. A.N. In this fanfic, Momo didn't have a recommendation and her family are mid-tier rich people. Izuku. Nice to meet you, Yaoyorozu. I am Izuku Midoriya. Momo. You can call me Momo or Yao Momo, that's what my friends usually call me. Izuku. Then call me Izuku. Then Momo, what's your quirk? Izuku then noticed Momo's hand fidget and he remembers this feeling. Momo. My quirk is creation. I know it's boring and you don't want to talk to me anymore. Izuku. Are you kidding? Why would I don't want to talk to you anymore? And your quirk, it's cool and powerful. Momo was shocked. Other than her friends and her parents, this was the first time someone doesn't say that her quirk is boring or other stuff. Momo. You really think so? Izuku nodded, which made Momo drop a bit of tears in her eyes. Izuku. You okay? Izuku came closer to Momo to try to calm her or comfort her. Momo. Why, yeah, you're the first one besides my friends and parents that thinks my quirk is cool and not boring like me. Izuku. Momo, you're not boring. Look at me, I am enjoying our talk right now. You're not a boring person, okay? Momo. Thank you. Momo hugs Izuku. Meanwhile, a certain angel was smiling madly like she was planning something. Izuku. Oh, you're welcome. Momo then realized what she's doing and let go of Izuku. Momo. I am so sorry. Izuku. No, it's okay, I know how it feels. I was the same but not really same situation as you before. Momo. Really? People thought you were boring and not cool? Izuku. Much worse than that. Momo. Can I ask? I am so sorry if I overstepped my boundaries. Izuku. No, it's okay and I feel like I can trust you. Izuku then tells Momo about his past and Momo hugs Izuku again, crying. Momo. Sob, why did they do that to you? Sob, especially that ex of yours. Izuku. Yeah, but I am okay, now I move on from them and not wanting to do anything with them anymore. Momo. Izuku, how about I introduce you to my friends after the exam? Izuku. Sure, fine by me. Izuku and Momo then see students entering the auditorium and they quickly sat beside each other and talk about themselves. Time skip. Present Mike PM. So the first robot is called the one-pointer. As it said in the brochure, the one-pointer only gives 1 point and the two-pointer gives 2 points and lastly the three-pointer gives you 3 points. No, Present Mike was interrupted by some guy with glasses on. Excuse me, sir. PM. Yes, examinee 5,489 inches. X.5489. Sir, in the brochure it is said there are 4 robots but you only mentioned 3. If this is a mistake made by the UA or the system then they should be ashamed. Izuku. Dude, chill. PM here was gonna explain the final robot and you're the one who should really be ashamed as you. You have the brochure on your hand and knew that the last robot is a 0-pointer, which means it will give us no point at all and you acted ignorant. X.5489. I see, I am sorry for interrupting you, sir. The guy then sits back down and Present then explained the last robot and how many points they should get to pass the exam, and now all of them were given cards to which city they are assigned to. Izuku. What city are you on, Momo? Momo. I am on City B, how about you? Izuku. Oh, so we're the same, good luck out there. Momo. Thanks, you too. Time skip. Soon they arrived at the entrance of City B and both Momo and Izuku were talking to each other. Izuku. Do you feel something is weird with the exam? Momo. Yeah, there must be something but I haven't figured it out yet. Izuku. Well, let's just prepare ourselves. The gates then opened. Izuku and Momo quickly gets inside, destroying the robots. Random X-Mani. E1. Hey, that's cheating. E2. He hasn't said go yet. PM. What are you all waiting for? There's no countdown in real battle, so get on with it. Everyone then ran inside cuckily. Meanwhile, with Izuku and Momo. Izuku was flying and Momo too was flying with her Iron Man suit that she made using her quirk. Momo. Izuku, how many points you got now? Izuku. 89, you? Momo. 83. Izuku and Momo kept destroying robots left and right and also helping other people. Meanwhile, in a room, Nezu. We have a great batch this year, said Nezu, the principal of UA, while sipping his tea. All Might. Sir, what is Izumi and her friend's place in the exam? All Might said, hoping that Izumi tops the exam. Nezu. Izumi and her fiends are in the 3rd place. Aizawa. Who are the 1st and 2nd? Nezu. These two. Nezu then zooms in and see both Izuku and Momo helping other people and destroying other robot too. Nezu. Foo, so he's back finally. Aizawa. Who, sir? Nezu. Look at the screen. Nezu then shows the information of the 1st placer of the exam and all of them were shocked. Inko. Izuku. Nezu, please bring Izuku to the office, we need to talk to him. Nezu. Okay, but don't expect it would come out the way you want it to. Aizawa. So my nephew is finally back. Nezu sir, I want those two in my class. Everyone in there was shocked to what Aizawa said and he looks at them. Aizawa. What? Everyone. Nothing. Nezu. Well, I think it's about time we test the examinee's courage, don't you think? Nezu then pressed a red button in front of him. Back to Izuku. Izuku was now in a building sitting down looking at the other examinees below. Then suddenly the land shook as if something big was coming. Izuku. Momo, do you see what it is? Momo. Yeah, it's the 0-pointer. Momo was right in front of the 0-pointer examining its weakness. Help. Momo noticed that someone was stuck under the rubble and quickly flew down to help. She got to the girl and helped her get out, but the robot was near them. Momo. Damn it, Izuku, I need help here, I can't get her out, the robot is very close. Hold on a bit, okay, you're gonna be saved. Izuku. Already here, Momo. Momo looks up to see Izuku holding a purple orb on his fingertip. Izuku. Now be gone, Hakai. Izuku then shoots the purple orb to the 0-pointer, disintegrating it completely. Momo. Thank you, Izuku. Izuku. No problem. And you miss you okay there? Izuku then looks to the girl who Momo saved. Yeah, I'm fine, just a sprain in my ankle, and thank you so much both of you for saving me. Izuku. Momo. No problem. Recover girl then arrives to heal the girl. While the girl was being healed by recovery girl, Izuku and Momo were now about to leave. Wait, I didn't get to know you two yet. I am Kyoka Juru and thank you again. Izuku. Well, nice to meet you, Juru. I am Izuku Midoriya and Momo. I am Momo Yaoyorozu and it's no problem at all, that's what heroes do, save people. PM. Attention, Izuku Midoriya, please come to the principal's office. I repeat, Izuku Midoriya, come to the principal's office. Izuku. Ah fuck. Momo. What's the matter? Izuku. Nothing, I need to go now, see you two at UA and grandma, make sure she can walk well. Recovery girl equals RG. RG. You don't have to tell me, stupid grandson of mine, now go and control your temper. Izuku. Yeah, I will. Izuku then teleports to the principal's office. At the principal's office, Izuku appeared outside the door and knocked. Knocks. Nezu. Come in. Izuku then comes inside the room. Izuku. Yo everyone. Inko. Izuku. Inko then runs to Izuku to try to hug him but quickly fell down on the floor as Izuku dodges her hug. All Might. Son, why did you do that? She's your mother. Izuku. Don't call me son, Toshinori, I ain't your son and she is not my mom. Inko. Please give us a second chance. Izuku. It's already years too late to do that, Inko. Inko broke down in tears as Izuku didn't call her mother or mom. All Might. You bastard, how dare you make your mother cry. All Might went up to Izuku's face and punches him. Gust of winds were soaring inside the room, breaking the walls, dust forming. Aizawa. All Might cough, you stupid son of asterisk cough a bitch. Aizawa tries to see what's happening but can't see because of the dust. Soon the dust began to disappear and all of the person inside the room were okay, some were knocked out but okay. Izuku. You stupid buffoon, do you really think that punch can hurt me? Dust disappears and shown Izuku was standing with no scratches, anything, everyone, and there was shock. Izuku had no bruise on his face. Izuku then grabs All Might's hand who was on his left cheek. Izuku. Let me show you a real punch. Izuku punches All Might in the chest, sending him flying miles away from UA. Izuku. I will go now. I will see you all soon. Izuku then disappeared, not wanting to be in a same room with Inko. Nezu then looks at Inko who is in the ground crying and sighs. Nezu. You did this to yourself, Inko. You, the kids and Toshinori did this to him. Now go get All Might back and bring him to Recovery Girl's office. Inko sadly nods and went out in tears. Inko. I am so sorry, Izuku. Inko cried as she flies out of UA. With Izuku. Izuku then came home and noticed his parents weren't there. He decided to go his room to rest until Vados. Izuku tilde. Izuku saw Vados was smiling sweetly, but he can feel malicious ki was surrounding that smile of her. Izuku. Fuck. Izuku muttered, and throughout the day you can only hear screams echoing through the halls of the mansion. Narrator Pav. A week later the letter finally arrive at our protagonist place and is ready to open it with his family there. Izuku. Are you guys ready? You. Yes sweetie, open it. Izuku then opens it and a device was inside. Izuku. What is this? Izuku then saw a button, pressed it and a screen suddenly projects and Aizawa is seen standing on the screen. Aizawa. Nephew, congrats on passing the entrance exam. You got perfect scores in the written part and you got an amounting of 433 points in the practical exam. You may be wondering why it is, because we also don't record the villain points, we also record a hero points. You got 300 hero points by saving and helping the examinees and you got 133 villain points, a total of 433, and once again congrats on passing. You will be in 1A and I will see you here in UA. There, I am done, I ain't even getting paid enough for this shit. Aizawa then left and the screen then the device suddenly blew up on their face. Izuku. WTH, shouldn't this have a warning? Wait, never mind, Uncle Nezu must have removed it. Hisashi. That damn rat always do this kind of thing. Vados. Congrats Izuku for passing the exam. Vados hugs Izuku and both you and Hisashi knew where this was going and just silently leave the room. Then both did the deed passionately last night. I won't write a lemon in this story cause I am not yet good on writing lemons. Now back to the story. Morning. Izuku. Yawns. Izuku woke up and feels something on top of him. Looks and saw Vados sleeping on top of him butt naked. Vados. Good morning Izuku. Vados. Izuku. Good morning to you too, love. Izuku gives Vados a quick kiss. Vados. I want more pouts asterisk. Izuku. Later dear, I still have a school to go to. Vados. Fine. Vados was a bit disappointed not wanting to leave on top of Izuku. Izuku. Hey now, don't be sad, we'll do it again in the evening, okay? Izuku pats Vados' head making her blush and nodded shyly. Time skip. Izuku. Mom, Dad, I'm gonna go now, see you later. Izuku went out of the house waving goodbye to Yu and Hisashi. Yu. Good luck my baby boy and show them who's strong. Hisashi. Good luck in there son, I hope you'll have a good day. The two waved goodbyes to Izuku as Izuku flew to UA High. A few seconds in the grounds of UA, everyone can feel the earth shake and winds were blowing fast as if a supersonic jet was flying by, and there Izuku landed outside of UA gates making a small crater while landing. Izuku. I am so sorry uncle, Izuku said on his thoughts. Meanwhile in the principal's office. Cementos. Damn you kid. You're now making my job harder. Cementos was screaming profanities inside the principal's office while Principal Nezu just laughs. Back to Izuku. Izuku. Damn it, where is 1A? Izuku was struggling hard to find class 1A. Problem child, what are you doing here? Shouldn't you be in the classroom already? Izuku turns around and saw his uncle Aizawa. Izuku. Hi uncle, I am lost, I don't know where 1A's at. Aizawa. Just follow me. Izuku then follows Aizawa to where 1A is and soon both arrive and heard a very familiar voice shouting. I don't care what you say, Four Eyes. Izuku. Damn it, they're also in class 1A. Izuku muttered, but it was heard by Aizawa. Aizawa. Just hold it in, problem nephew, and plus if they can't do anything towards you because they're already on thin ice. Izuku. Yeah, I hope, because if they do I'm gonna beat the shit out of them. Izuku then went inside and saw his tormentors. Izumi. Oh Oni-chan. Izumi said with tears coming out of her eyes, she finally see her brother again. Katsuki. You fucking Deku. Katsuki charged towards Izuku but quickly flew to the wall. Izuku. You never changed, huh Katsuki? Katsumi. I-chan. Shoka. Izu-chan. Both girls were shocked and happy to see Izuku and was about to hug him. Iida. You were the on who destroyed the 0-pointer with the girl. I am so sorry for my actions and you were better than me? Izuku. What does he mean better? Wait, does he mean about the hero points? Well, all is forgiven Iida, let's be companions from now on, okay? And call me Izuku. Iida. Yes, and thank you Izuku. Hey, it's you Izuku, right? Izuku looks and saw Kyoka Juru, the one he and Momo save. Kyoka. Thank you so much for saving me. Izuku. No problem Juru-san. Kyoka. Call me Kyoka, and where is Momo? Izuku. I think she is not here yet. She should be here by now, with those suit of hers she can travel very fast. Right when Izuku said it, a suit came crashing down to the classroom window. Katsuki. What the hell was that? The class looks and saw a Iron Man suit and a pink-haired lady on its back. Momo. Help get her off me, she's crazy. Come on, just let me have a look at these babies of yours. The pink girl continued to pull some pieces apart. Izuku. You pink-haired girl, who are you and why are you on Momo's back? I am sorry, I am Mei Hatsume from the support course. I am here cause I want to see her babies. Momo. Izuku, please get her off me. Izuku nodded and grabbed Hatsume away from Momo. Mei. Hey, let me go, stop it. Mei was trying to get free from Izuku's grasp but failed. Momo. Thank you so much, Izuku, Momo said, getting out of her suit. Izuku. No problem, so what happened, why were you involved with this crazy girl? Momo. Well, flashback an hour. Momo Pav. Surfing my way towards UA riding my levitating skateboard. Hey, stop. I heard someone shouted and I stop and look up to see a pink-haired girl wearing tank tops. That's a cool baby you have there, can I open it up please? Momo. What, no, this is the only board that I have. Mei. Ah, come one, just one. Third person Pav. Then Mei rushed to Momo to get a look at the board. Momo. Shit, I need to go, she's crazy. Mo-o thought and immediately transformed into her Iron Man suit and flew off. Momo. Phew, that was on hell, crazy girl. Mei. Hey. Wow, this is so cool. Momo. Hey, get off me, why are you on my back? Mei. Just let me see the insides of it. Mei then started to operate on the backs of the Iron Man suit, making the suit uncontrollable to fly. Flashback end. Momo. So that is why I was almost late. Izuku. Ah, just as I thought, this girl is crazy. Mei then made sad noises which was ignored by Izuku, who was still holding her. Okay brats, sit down, I have enough of this shut for today, I ain't paid enough for this. Aizawa then comes inside the classroom with his sleeping bag. Aizawa. Mei Hatsume, go to your class now. Izuku then let Mei go and she ran outside to get to her class. Momo. Thank you so much, Izuku. Izuku. No problem. Both Izuku and Momo were sitting close to each other, that made four girls jealous. Izumi. Oni-chan, please sit with me. Katsumi. Shoka. Why isn't he sitting with his future wives? Kyoka. I want to sit beside Izuku too. Author. Don't worry Kyoka, you will. Kyoka. What was that? Aizawa. What was what, Ms. Juru? Kyoka. Nothing, I swear I heard something. Aizawa. Okay, now brats, go to your changing rooms and wear this gym uniforms and meet me outside the field in 10 minutes. Aizawa immediately get out, followed by the class. Time skip at the boys' locker. Izuku pulled his clothes out and all the boys inside were shocked, in awe or jealous at his ripped body, especially two boys who he humiliated. Wow bro, your body is so ripped. I am Eiichiro Kirishima. A red-haired boy walks to Izuku and pulls his hand out. Izuku. Well, nice to meet you Eiichiro, I am Izuku Midoriya. Kirishima. Kirishima is fine Izubro. Izuku. Izubro? Kirishima. Yeah, cause you're my friend. Guys, look, the seniors left as a present. Everyone look and saw a midget with purple balls on his head drooling on a hole. Iida. Don't do it, this goes against the law and rules. As a hero we should not peek at our fellow classmates. I don't care, I can't wait to see the black-haired girl's boob. When the midget said that, Izuku immediately disappeared from his place and was in front of the midget holding his head smashing to the wall. Izuku. If you ever take a peek to any of the girls, I will smash your fucking penis and make you eat it, do you understand me? Izuku said, releasing a terrifying aura to the midget who was shitting on his owens. Midget. Hi. Izuku. Good. Izuku then let Mineta go. To the girls' locker room. Momo and Kyoka were together changing and suddenly three girls walks to them. Shoka. Hey you. Bimbo, stay away from Izuku, he's ours. Katsumi. Izumi. Yeah, stay away from him. Momo. What do you mean? Before Momo could finish saying, they all heard a smash. Kyoka. Ah guys, that midget boy was about to peek on us, then Izuku immediately smashed his head to the wall and warned him not to do it. Mina. Thanks Izuku. Mina shouted. Izuku. No problem. Izuku, who heard Mina, answered. Time skip. Soon everyone was in the field. Aizawa. All of you are 5 minutes late, too much time lost, and villains could have done more damage if this were a villain attack. Aizawa. Now we're gotta test everyone's physical capability. You can use your quirk however you want in these tests. Then Urahor raises her hands. Aizawa. Yes? Uraraka. Sir, what about orientation? Aizawa. Orientation is necessary. All of you are here to be heroes, not a salaryman. Now Izuku, come here. Since you're the one who placed first in the overall of the entrance exam, I want you to stand there. Aizawa then pointed a place where Izuku should go and Izuku followed. Aizawa. Now catch this. I want you to throw it as far as you can, Aizawa said, throwing the ball to Izuku. Izuku. Okay. Here we go. Izuku took a stance and shouts, then a red aura began to cover him. Izuku. Kaioken X 100. Izuku then throws the ball. Shockwaves formed trailing the ball that Izuku thrown and windows shattered due to the sheer pressure of the strength Izuku used to throw the ball. Kirishima. Holy shit. Momo. Izuku, how strong are you? Momo thought while she was in her suit looking at a warning saying unknown individual, don't engage. Aizawa. Problem, nephew. Well, good job Izuku, now go back to your classmates and your score is. Aizawa showed the gadget to everyone and all jaws dropped when they saw Izuku's score. Class 1A. What? Infinity. Aizawa. Yes, now shut up. Mina. This is gonna be so fun, Mina said, excited to use her quirks. Izuku. You doomed everyone, Ashido, Izuku thought, looking at Aizawa who was grinning like a maniac. Aizawa. So you think this is fun, huh? Okay, the student who placed last on this test is expelled. Uraraka. What, but that's unfair. We just got here. Izuku. Villain attacks, disasters, betrayals, especially from the ones you love. Is that fair to you? No, the world is unfair, so close your mouth and shut up. Uraraka. Izuku. Uraraka was now in tears as she remembered what she did to Izuku. Aizawa. Izuku is right, all of you, now let's continue. Now unto the story. Third person Pav. Izuku. I wonder what we're doing today. Momo. It says on the schedule it's Heroic 101, so I'm guessing hero stuff. Izuku. Do you know who's teaching? Momo. Wait, let me hack the school really quick. Izuku. PFFTT. Momo. What's so funny? Izuku. Nothing, the way you said it so casually, like you hacked to the school many times already. Izuku then noticed Momo became quiet. Izuku. Wait, seriously? She then nodded. Momo. Yeah, I have hacked to the school many times and sometimes wonder if they just let me or they don't know. Izuku. I feel like Uncle Nezu knows. Something is fishy, Izuku thought. Meanwhile, in the principal's office. Nezu. More blackmails for me, ha 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 ha. Nezu was laughing, looking at the system that was being infiltrated by Momo and is recording the whole thing. Back to Izuku. Izuku felt a cold shiver to his spine. Izuku. He is definitely up to something. Momo. Who Izuku? Oh, our heroic teacher is. Before Momo could say anything, Izuku heard fast footsteps and felt a familiar aura that he quite disliked and hit his head. Izuku. God fucking damn it. Izuku muttered, and then the door burst open and All Might came in. All Might. I coming through the door like a normal person. The students except Momo, Izuku, Izumi and her friends and Jiru were silent while the rest was excited. Kirishima. Whoa, this year is gonna be manly, we got the #1 hero to teach us. Izuku. Not just him. Izuku said with hate on his voice, which made Momo notice Izuku is a bit angry for some reason. Momo. Izuku, are you? Oh. Before she could finish speaking, another person came inside the room, and that was Inko Midoriya, or as other people known as the heroine, Green Witch. Inko. That's not how normal people go in, dear. Inko walked inside and looks at Izuku, who wasn't looking at her, which made her sad. All Might. Everyone, today for your first lesson we will be doing battle training. Izuku. Smirks. Battle training. Izuku was now smirking, wishing he would be put against his tormentors to torture beat them. Katsuki. Finally I could show these extras and that damned Deku who's strong, smirking, thinking he could beat Izuku. Abed, show everyone he is the strongest. All Might. Well then, before we start, what's a hero without his costume? All Might then pressed a button and the walls started turning, replacing it with a suitcase with numbers on them. Inko. After you wear your hero attire, get to City B and we will meet you there. The students then started grabbing their suitcase, but Izuku and Momo already left cause both didn't submit their design to the support course. Time skip. Everyone was already there in City B wearing their hero costume. Kirishima. Izubro, where's your costume? Kirishima went up to Izuku, who was laying down. Izuku. You'll see mine later when the battle starts. Kirishima and nice attire. Kirishima. Thanks man, my mom helped me design it, isn't it manly? Izuku. Yeah sure is. All Might. Okay Zygotes, gather around. All Might finally arrived with Green Witch and students then gathered around them. Inko. Okay students, for out lesson for today we will be doing heroes versus villains, so you will be paired by 2 and battle your classmates inside the building. One team will act as heroes and the other will act as villains. All Might. And the objective is for the heroes to stop the villains from setting off the bomb. Touch the bomb or catch the villains and you heroes win, but if the timer runs out then the villains win. Everybody then started raising their hands except for Izuku and Momo. Inko. Yes Iida. Iida. How do we decide in pairing students ma'am? Inko. Okay, so we will be deciding your pairing by drawing lots. Iida. But ma'am. Momo. It makes sense, in the hero work we are always partnered randomly with others, I suppose it is why you chose to draw lots. All Might. Yes you are correct young Yaoyorozu. Iida. I see. Then I am sorry for interrupting. Iida bowed down apologizing for interrupting Inko. All Might. It's fine young Iida. Now let's start. Time skip. Everyone has now draw lots and we're now being categorized as which team will be heroes and which team will be villains. Teams. Team A Momo Yaoyorozu and Kyoka Juru. Team B Shoto Todoroki, Katsuki Bakugo and Tenya Iida. Team C Asui Suyu and Denki Kaminari. Team D Eijiro Kirishima and Ochako Uraraka. Team E Izuku Midoriya and Izumi Yagi. Team F Shoka Todoroki and Katsumi Bakugo. Team G Fumikage Tokiyami and Mina Ishido. Team H Minoru Mineta and Hanta Siro. Team I Rikido Sato and Aoyama Yuga. Team J Koji Koda and Toru Hagakure. Heroes vs Villains. Team A vs Team F. Team E vs Team B. Team D vs Team G. Team C vs Team I. Team J vs Team H. A.N. I will only write Izuku's fight. Izuku is now pissed that Izumi is her teammate and tried to hide it but was noticed by Momo and Kyoka, who were worried about him. Izuku. They fucking rigged it. I swear to God I will fucking make you regret why you two manipulated the lot to team me with this bitch. Izuku was very angry and then an idea came up to his mind which made him smile. Izuku. On second thought I should be thankful for once they did something right for me. Izuku was laughing internally and the outside he was smiling like a hunter ready to hunt his prey. All Might and Inko saw Izuku smiling and mistook it as him happy that he is partnered with his sister and get to be with her. Oh how wrong they were. All Might. Okay students, let's start this first team. Team A vs Team B. Team B will go in first and hide the bomb and Team A will come in after the alarm sounds and the plus ultra. Izumi. Oni-chan I. Izuku. Can you shut up for a bit and also don't call me Oni-chan cause you're not my sister. Izumi then frowned, tears almost coming out of her eyes that were filled with sadness and regret of what she did to him years ago and was determined to make amends to him. Izumi. I am so sorry Oni-chan. Inko. Hero team, you may now enter. Izuku. This is gonna be fun. Izuku smiled like a psychopath and both went in. Izuku then went in the building with Izumi behind him wiping her tears of what Izuku said to her. Izuku. I thought the mutt was the only dumb one in your circle of friends but I guess I was wrong. Izumi was confused on why Izuku said that, then she heard something coming put of the other side of the hall. She then prepared herself, turning her telekinesis on. Izuku. No need to do that, I'll take care of this by myself. Now I want you to blast that ceiling, then go and find Iida, that's where the bomb is. Izumi. But, Izuku. Do you want to join those two in the beat up? Izuku said, glaring at her. Izumi then blasted the ceiling and went up, not wanting to be beaten up by Izuku as she remembers it very well before. Shoto, Katsuki. Dekuuu. Shoto and Katsuki appears and charges at Izuku with blind rage. Izuku. Are you both not really twins? Izuku said, dodging their attacks. Shoto. Let's see if you dodge this shitty Deku. Shoto then sent a waves of ice to Izuku. The others watching the fight were having hard time looking at the ice charging to Izuku cause it was fast, but not for Izuku. To him it was slow as hell. As soon as Shoto's attack came close to Izuku, it immediately shatters into pieces. Shoto. What did you do? Katsuki. Don't worry, I'll blast him up. Katsuki charges to Izuku with his right fist. Izuku. Predictable. Izuku then grabs Katsuki's right fist and slams him to the floor. Shoto. You bitch. Shoto then shoots fire onto Izuku, which Izuku immediately jumps out of the way, which he didn't need to cause he can withstand to this levels of fire as it is nothing. Katsuki. Deku, you know what my quirk is, right? Izuku. Yeah, and by the looks of it you're finally gonna use that gauntlet of yours which stores your sweat, and once release it will cause huge explosion. Katsuki smirks, thinking that Izuku would give up and grovel at their feet, but it was complete opposite. Izuku. Boring. This made both Katsuki and Shoto angry and immediately combined Shoto's fire and Katsuki's gauntlet, making a more destructive explosion. Katsuki. Shoto. Died Dekuuu. In the comms. All Might. Young Bakugo and Todoroki, stop it, he will die. Katsuki. Not if he dodges. In the waiting room. Kirishima. That ain't manly at all. Momo. All Might Sensei, why are these two enrolling here when they are reckless and irresponsible? The others agreed, while Shoka and Katsumi are angry at both of their brothers because they hurt Izuku and angry at Momo because she called both of their brother reckless and irresponsible. Back to the fight. The area was filled with smoke everywhere. Both Katsuki and Shoto thought they have beaten Deku. Katsuki. That's what you fucking get messing with us, shitty Deku. Shoto. Now you'll be loser like you are and drop out here in UA and be with my sister. As soon as the smoke cleared, both of their jaw fell to the ground as they saw Deku standing without a scratch on himself. Izumi. Comms, what is happening down there? Oni-chan, I heard a loud explosion. Is everything okay there? Izuku. Comms. Yeah, I'm fine. Your stupid friends just made a big firecrackers to scare me, and don't call me Oni-chan cause we're nothing alike. Izuku then drops his comms off the ground and crushes it. He then looks at both Katsuki and Shoto, who were still shocked from their seeing. Katsuki. This can't be. How are you not hurt from that? Tell me. Katsuki, who was in rage, went first ahead to charge Izuku, leaving Shoto was composing himself of what happened. Izuku. It's simple, you want to know how? Izuku. It's because you're weak. Izuku then smirks, making Bakugo blew a fuse. Izuku then blocks an attack that was coming from Shoto, who finished composing himself and charged his ice towards him when Katsuki got very pissed. Izuku. Too slow. Izuku disappeared and reappeared behind Shoto and grabs Shoto's neck and slams him down to the floor, breaking Shoto's bones in his legs, and some parts of the ligaments were almost torn apart. Shoto. Aarrghhh. How did he get behind me so fucking fast? I didn't even see him. You'll pay for this, Deku. Izuku. Now your turn. Looking at Bakugo, who was a bit shaken by Izuku's speed and watching his friend getting slammed very hard from the ground. Katsuki. Ha, you think you could fucking beat me, Deku? You will always be a fucking loser. Katsuki giving himself confident boost as he was now nervous facing Deku alone, as he never bullied Deku alone or beat him alone. There was always someone with him, but now things change, he is alone. Shoto is on the ground trying to get up but kept stumbling down. Right now finally the tables have turned, he was alone. Izuku. PFFTT, you think that when you bullied and beaten me up when I was a kid makes you greater? Izuku then appeared behind him and whispers into his ears. Let me tell you one thing you probably forget. The last time I broke all you and your little group's asses before I only let you beat me. Consider that me giving you pity. He grabbed Katsuki's legs and slams through 8 walls of the building, making the building shake. You're probably wondering right now, why didn't they win yet when Izumi could beat Iida with her telekinesis? Well, the one who is fighting Izumi now is currently not Iida, it is Izuku's clone, who he gave the attributes of Iida but with more physical and mental strength and speed, making it harder for Izumi to control or grab him. While the current Iida is in his house sleeping because of Izuku using his powers, making him dream that he is in his school while he isn't. Back to the fight. Katsuki then got back up but is struggling as his back was hurt from the crash. Izuku. Where was the Pride King Bakugo? All I see is a wimpy cat shaking ha. Katsuki. You'll fucking pay for this. Izuku. How would a bug speaking? Let me squash it real quick. Izuku created something out of his hand and it was a swatter filled with his ki. Izuku then went to Bakugo and just him with swatters sending him out of the building and into another one. Izuku. This thing really works. I shall now call you Swati the Swatter, Izuku said looking at Bakugo who was on the ground of another building twitching like a bug who was hit by a swatter. In the observation room, all of them were shocked at Izuku's strength and brutality. All of them were now scared to piss him off and made a note never to make him angry. All Might. I need to go. He will target Shoto next and Izumi. I need to stop this, All Might said as he is now about to leave to stop Izuku from hurting them even further. Inko. Yaoyorozu, you'll be in charge here while we stop Izuku from this madness. Both T-Hers then left to go and stop Izuku. Back to the fight. Izuku was now standing in front of Shoto who was still in the ground, his nose bleeding. Izuku then grabs Shoto by the hair and looks at his face, which was very badly injured. It was even badder than what happened to Aizawa at the MHA series in the USJ arc. Izuku. Oh, you look shit, Izuku said, taking one more good look at him and throws him to the wall, but was stopped by All Might who catch Shoto and Inko who is carrying Katsuki with her telekinetic powers as well as using it to stop Izuku from moving. Izuku. You think this kind of level of power could hold me, Inko? Izuku said as he breaks away from Inko's telekinetic powers and just stood there looking at both All Might and Inko with disgust. Izuku. HMPH, pathetic. Izuku then left the building. Izuku then dispels the clone that is fighting Izumi, who is pretty injured but not as much as Shoto and Katsuki. Back to the observation room. Izuku then arrives there and saw all of his classmates except Kyoka, Kirishima, and Momo looking at him very scared while Shoka and Katsumi went to Recovery Girl to check on their brothers. Izumi then arrives who had a look of fear when she found out what happened downstairs while fighting Izuku's clone. Izuku. Him, good for you surviving from my clone who I instructed to kill you if it gets the chance to him. Maybe I should have used 0.02% of my power to get it done. Everyone was scared again, but none of them was scared as Izumi. She went pale as she heard what Izuku said. Izumi. That thing was trying to kill me and it wasn't even at full power. Izumi was now scared but is glad she survived from that nightmare of a fight she did. Time skip. After the fight of each team, the day was finally finished. Izuku was now heading out of UA until he was stopped by a nuisance named Izumi Yagi. Izuku. What do you want? Izuku said, glaring at Izumi. Izumi. I just want to say I'm sorry, Izuku. I realize what I was doing was wrong, trying to force forgiveness out of you. What I'm trying to say is I'll earn your forgiveness and someday become your sister again. Izuku. I'll give you a point for having guts saying that to me after I instructed my clone to kill you. Izuku smirks, making Izumi shudders a bit in fear remembering that nightmare of a battle she had, but quickly compose herself. Izumi. That won't waver my will and determination to earn your forgiveness, Izumi said, looks at Izuku in the eyes. Izuku. Then we shall see if I kill you or forgive you first. Izuku then disappeared out. Izumi's side, her knees quickly went numb and fell because of the fear she felt from Izuku. Izumi. I need to earn his forgiveness. No, I will earn it. Izumi, with a new goal, was determined to earn Izuku's forgiveness but was still on the ground, couldn't use her quirk because of the fear Izuku puts into her. Izumi. Mom, can you pick me up? I can't walk. Will Izumi earn Izuku's forgiveness or will she die from the hands of the one she's trying to earn it from? A new day now starts. The class is just sitting in the classroom talking to each other. Meanwhile, Izuku is just sitting in his seat, bored out of his mind, until Aizawa finally arrive. Aizawa. Sorry everyone, I had to handle those reporters outside class, understands, as the media were harassing them early in the morning when they went in UA. Aizawa. Now for today I want you all to choose your class rep and choose silently. I don't want you bothering my sleep. Aizawa then put his sleeping bag back on and sleeps while the class just looks at him. Mina. Everyone pick me. When Mina shouted, everyone then in the classroom starts to shout. Kirishima. No, pick me. Kaminari. No, me. Mineta. Pick me. I will cut the girls' skirts by 2 inches, Mineta said, his mouth drooling of the thought. As everyone looks at him in disgust and soon continues to shout to pick them. Iida. Everyone. All of them then stops shouting and look at Iida. Everyone, I suggest we vote for the one who you think is good at being class representative. Everyone. You're raising your hand the highest. Momo. I'll make the box and paper. Momo then hands out papers to each and everyone. Izuku. Iida is a good candidate and Momo is too. Izuku then voted Momo as class representative as he knows her and trusts that she can lead this class. After that, everyone finally voted, and to Izuku's surprise he was the chosen to be the class representative with Momo as the vice, but to Katsuki and Shoto both are furious that they didn't become the class rep. Katsuki. OKWHO the hell votes for that useless Deku. Katsuki shouts as everyone looks at him. Kaminari. You seriously thought we're gonna vote for you? Katsuki then looks at Kaminari about to attack him but is immediately stopped by Izuku, who came in front of him. Izuku. If you have problems with me being the class representative, then come to me. Izuku stares down Katsuki, whom was shaking with fear and anger. Fear because Izuku is too powerful for him to fight alone, and anger because he knew he couldn't defeat him like he can before. Katsuki. Tisk. Katsuki then sits back down, and so did Izuku. Aizawa. Okay, then this will be all for now, you can go and have your lunch. Time skip. Everyone is in the cafeteria and Izuku is sitting with Momo, Iida, Kyoka and Kaminari as they continue to have lunch. Shoka and Katsumi decides to go to Izuku. Katsumi. Izuku, you can have lunch with us. Izuku. No thanks, both were gonna ask again until Izumi came and stopped the both of them in ruining Izuku's time. Izumi. Katsumi. Shoka, what are you doing there? Come back here. Izumi immediately came and pulled the two back. Izumi. I am so sorry about this, Izuku. Izumi bows and immediately left, dragging the two girls who are complaining. Izuku. Maybe she's changing, it's too early to judge for now. Oh, by the way, who voted for me to become class rep? Immediately everyone in the table raises their hands. Izuku. But why me though? Iida, didn't you want to become the class representative? Iida. I did, but I think you are more suited for the position to lead the class as you are the only one who can manage us. Momo. I agree with Iida, and you are the only one who can control those two. Izuku then thanks them for voting for him and will try to do the best as he can to be the class representative they deserve. As they continue to eat and talk, suddenly the alarm goes off and everyone went on a panic. Izuku. Hey you, what is happening? Izuku grabs one of the third-year student who is panicking. Someone has break-in inside of UA, and this never happened in my entire year here. Izuku lets go of him and immediately fly above the students. Izuku. All of you stop. Izuku said as he releases his intimidating aura, making everyone freeze. Izuku. Can't you see you're hurting others with your panic, and if you all just fucking look at the window at OS, just the fucking media. Everyone then looks at the window and sees the media. Izuku. Now most of us here are hero students, so ACT like it and help the others. Izuku then went down and everyone immediately starts helping others, and Izuku suddenly disappears. On the faculty, a hooded man is seen coming out of the faculty office and is about to leave. Izuku. You hand over that document you stole from the office. The hooded person is shocked as he thought that no one would be here. Seems that I have underestimated UA, but no worries, all of you will soon get what's coming. Kurogiri, get me out of here. Suddenly a warp portal appears below the hooded person and immediately sucks him inside and disappears. Izuku. I need to tell the teachers about this. Time skip. Everyone is now inside the classroom and we're talking about what happened earlier, and soon Aizawa came in and everyone went quiet. Aizawa. Good, you're learning and problem child, thank you for stopping the students from further ruckus earlier, and everyone, I have an announcement to make. Tomorrow you will go to the USJ. Everyone in the class shouts with happiness. Kaminari. Yay, we're going to Universal Studios Japan. Aizawa. Be quiet. Aizawa then glares at them using his quirk, and so they shut up. You are not going to the Universal Studio Japan. Also, you are going to the unforeseen simulation joint, and there you will be having your rescue lessons and also wear your hero suits. Izuku. Sensei, I have something to talk about. Aizawa. Okay, what is it? Izuku. Not here. The class got curious on what Izuku wants to talk about. Aizawa. Izuku and Aizawa is now outside talking. Aizawa. So what is it you want to talk about, problem child? Izuku. I saw someone came out in the faculty office holding a document while all of you were stopping the media from getting in. Aizawa. Come with me to Nezu. Izuku nods and both went to Nezu's office. Time skip. Nezu. I knew it, there were no reporters who have a decaying type of quirk when we check on them, so my hunch was right, but what did the hooded person stole from us? Izuku. I don't know uncle, what about if we check all of the documents to know what is stolen? Nezu. There are too many documents to look from and our faculty is very small, but if we check the new ones then we could immediately find it. Izuku. Then let's do it. Soon all of the teachers were looking for each document to know which one was stolen. Aizawa. I know now what is stolen. 30 minutes of searching, Aizawa figures out what was stolen. Nezu. What is it? Aizawa. It's the schedule for tomorrow, the USJ. Izuku. I may suggest to hire the securities and heroes that will join us for tomorrow, and uncle, I want a permission to fight if they're gonna ambush us. Nezu. I approve, but be careful, we don't know who we are up against, but I will call every heroes that are available for tomorrow to guard. Izuku. Then I will go now uncle, see you tomorrow. Izuku then left to go home as it is almost getting dark. The next day, everyone is now outside and a lot of heroes were there: Ryukyu, Maruko, Hawks, Endeavor, and more of them. Kirishima. Wow, there is so many heroes with us today, so manly. Izuku. Everyone get on the bus, you can sit wherever you want but be quiet as sensei told me that he wants to sleep. Everyone then looks at Aizawa with "are you serious" face. Everyone then went inside and sit where they want to. As the ride goes, Suyu decides to ask Izuku something. Suyu. Hey Izuku, I have a question. Izuku. What is it, Asui? Suyu. You can just call me Suyu, but what is your quirk? I have seen do a lot of things like fly, shoot out beams, and has incredible strength. Everyone then got curious on what Izuku's quirk is and looks at him for answers. Izuku. Well, my quirk is like an energy type where I can do anything with the energy I produce. I can shoot beams, fly, or give myself super strength. Kirishima. That's so cool, man, mine just hardens, it's not really flashy or anything. Izuku. To me it's pretty cool actually, with the right mindset like yours and great training you could possibly be one of the strongest, you could possibly even tank punches of All Might. Not right now, but if you continue training that I think you would. Kirishima. Thanks Izu bro, I will train even harder now. After a few minutes of talking, the bus finally stops and everyone got out and is greeted by the hero 13. 13. Hello everyone, welcome to the USJ. Uraraka. Oh my god, it's 13, she's like my favorite hero. Aizawa. Be quiet. 13 then explains about the dangers of not controlling the quirks and shows a bit of example. Aizawa. Whispers, why isn't All Might here yet? Aizawa whispers to 13 and 13 just gave him a sign which is understood immediately by him and Izuku, who listened. Izuku. That buffoon already has his time ran out for today. Everyone then went inside the USJ. As they went inside, the students were in awe of the place, and suddenly a warp portal opens at the center of the USJ. Izuku. Sensei. Aizawa. Go, you already had your permission. Without a second thought, Izuku vanishes. Maruko. Aizawa, do you think it's wise letting that kid go? Aizawa. As of now he is the strongest in here, even though I hate sending my students to fight, he already had permission from Nezu. Aizawa. And also Ryukyu and 13 stay with the others, protect the students. Maruko. Well, let's go, I don't want to be beaten by a kid. Maruko then jumps as she charges towards the villains, and so did Aizawa. Meanwhile, at the center of the USJ, 4 men were standing in the middle. One is wearing a hoodie with a hand for a mask, and the second one was a purple mist, and third one is a big muscled bird creature, and lastly a small creature with a tail and a big head. Handyman. Kurogiri, get those children upstairs and scatter them, and you Frieza just do whatever you want but don't get in my way. Kurogiri nods and teleports to where the students are. Meanwhile, the little creature now known as Frieza smiles. Frieza. It is you who should not be in my way, you monkey with a hand fetish. The hooded person was pissed but knew that he wouldn't be able to beat Frieza, and so Frieza left to go to his target Izuku Midoriya. As the battle started, all of the heroes except 13 and Ryukyu charges towards the villains. Meanwhile, the 2 is protecting the students from getting harm. As Ryukyu was about to smash the door to let the student escape, a portal suddenly appears and Ryukyu is teleported somewhere in the USJ. Kurogiri. I can't have you all escaping now. Kurogiri then surrounds them all. 13. Kids, whatever you're thinking of doing, don't. 13 then uses his quirk and Kurogiri was being sucked into the black hole. Katsuki. Don't order me around you fucking shit. Katsuki and Shoto immediately charges their quirk and attack which caught 13 out of balance releasing Kurogiri whom scattered everyone around the USJ. 13. Damn it. 13 gets back up and uses his quirk back again to buy some time for the others. Meanwhile with Izuku. Izuku went first to the shipwreck area after beating some thugs at the forest side and he then sees his classmates Tsuyu and Mineta in their trap with all the villains surrounding them. Izuku. Tsuyu grab Mineta and jump I will catch you. Tsuyu without hesitating grabs Mineta with her mouth and jumps toward Izuku. Villain. Hey they're escaping stop them. Some villains who had water manipulation quirks then use their quirk to stop which is blocked by Izuku's ki blast. Izuku. Then Mineta after I punch I want you throw a lot of balls into the water okay in the center. Mineta nods quickly and Izuku immediately delivers a power punch straight to the water making a whirlpool at the center of it. Mineta then starts throwing his sticky ball which made the other villains stick to each other. Izuku. I will bring you back to 13. Izuku then flew back and dropped them off and comes back to the center and is angered by what he sees. Earlier flashback. Aizawa, Endeavor and Maruko then fought all of the villains. Aizawa. Maruko. Endeavor the leader is there if we catch him then this is all over. Aizawa couldn't finish as he is kicked by someone to his side launching him to the ground. Frieza. Well since Izuku is still busy with the cannon fodders might as well entertain myself for a bit now don't die on me just yet. Maruko. Eraserhead. Endeavor. Fire arrow. Endeavor throws the attack to Frieza whom simply dodge it and immediately kick Endeavor away to the area where Momo and the others were. Aizawa. I am fine go and get their leader. Aizawa stood up barely holding his side. Maruko. Don't be stupid that guy is strong. Maruko taking no for an answer tries to attack Frieza but is punched by the bird creature. Handyman. Can't let you have all the fun now. Frieza. Tisk didn't I tell you to not get in my way you hand fetish monkey. Just then Frieza immediately held Aizawa's hands as Aizawa tries to attack when they're arguing but failed. Aizawa. This guy is strong I have hold out till Izuku or All Might comes. Frieza. Impatient to die are we? Frieza then delivers a punch to his stomach causing Aizawa to puke blood. Aizawa. Who is this guy? This is dangerous I can't even erase his quirk. Maruko. So you wanna play with me freaking chicken? Maruko gets back up and jumps toward the Nomu. Maruko. Luna Fall. Delivers a powerful drop kick to the Nomu. Then both fights started with both Maruko and Aizawa losing especially for Aizawa who is being badly beaten by Frieza and soon Ryukyu and Endeavor joined in to help them but is badly beaten by both Frieza and Nomu. Flashback end. Izuku. Frieza. He sees Frieza standing tall on Aizawa's body as Aizawa is completely knocked out with broken bones and bruises. Meanwhile Maruko is being thrown to the ground by the bird creature and Ryukyu who is back on her human form bloodied and injured as well as Endeavor who is still standing up fighting the Nomu. Izuku. I will make sure you all will die. Izuku shouts as a purple aura forms around him and immediately disappear and reappear to where the Nomu is at and immediately crush its head killing it instantly. Handyman. This is cheating. How can Nomu be defeated so easily? The hooded person starts to scratch his neck roughly. Kurogiri. Shigaraki we have to go one of the students have escaped and has alerted the other heroes. Shigaraki. Damn it Kurogiri if you weren't our ride I would have disintegrated you now and we haven't even killed the symbol of peace yet. Tamura fall back now. A voice ringed inside Shigaraki's head. Shigaraki. Master, but why All Might hasn't come here yet? Shigaraki recognizing the voice of his master AFO. AFO. Fall back now Tamura that's an order, AFO said strictly making Shigaraki go. Shigaraki. Kurogiri open up the portal we're leaving. Kurogiri then Bods and Shigaraki immediately went inside not before looking at Izuku filled with anger and rage. Shigaraki. You may have won this time brat but I will soon kill you. The portal then closes as both Izuku and Frieza continues to fight. Back with Izuku. Izuku. Endeavor, Maruko bring Aizawa and Ryukyu back to the entrance. Endeavor. Izuku are you sure you can take him on? Izuku. Don't worry there will be no pieces of him left once I am done with him now go. Both Maruko and Endeavor then carried Ryukyu and Aizawa back to the entrance. Frieza. You're still as strong as before, Izuku. But now I have gained a power to defeat you. Frieza shout, and energy around him starts forming around him like an aura, and as he kept going his body starts changing colors. They are now turning black, and finally he completed his new form. Frieza. Behold my new form, Black Frieza. With this I can finally kill you. Frieza then charges to Izuku with a speed 10x faster than before. Izuku. He's gotten stronger. Izuku then dodges the attack and delivers a punch to Frieza's stomach, launching him from the mountainous area, and immediately got up and went back and punches Izuku to the face, sending him to the stairs, destroying it. Izuku. He's gotten stronger but still not enough. Izuku then charges up to 5% of his power. Meanwhile at the entrance, Izumi. Where is Izuku? Suyu. Look, it's Endeavor and Maruko. Suyu points at to where Endeavor and Maruko is and immediately sees them bloodied and injured with Aizawa and Ryukyu on their backs. They immediately went down to help them, with Izumi carrying Aizawa and Maruko with her telekinesis. Izumi. Uncle Enji, where's Izuku? Endeavor. He is down there fighting. We can't beat it, that villain is too strong. Katsumi. We should help him. Endeavor. No. All of you stay here, you will only be nuisance if you went to help. Izuku. You may have gotten more powerful, you pipsqueak, but you're still not strong enough to beat me. Izuku charges now faster. Both are now fighting stalemate, but Izuku was gaining more and more advantage as he is now using his God Ki, boosting his power further than before, and as Frieza tries to hit Izuku's face, Izuku immediately grab a hold off his fist and does a combo hits on Frieza, who is being beaten like a ragdoll. Izuku. This is for my uncle Aizawa. Izuku, who punches Frieza, launching him in the air and appearing behind him. Izuku. Kamehameha. Izuku fires of a huge energy beam that hits Frieza, sending him straight down to the ground. Katsuki. Izuku, how dare you try to stake my spotlight? Izuku, who got distracted, is punched by Frieza, sending Izuku to the ground. Izuku. Katsuki, you dumb fuck. Frieza. Oh, what is this? Another monkey joining the battle, holding Katsuki's fist with only 2 fingers. Katsuki. What the heck, why can't I pull my fist back? Frieza. You're no fun, you're weak, I can tell. Frieza then kicks Katsuki to the ground and throws 5 punches at him, resulting to Katsuki puking blood and injured. Meanwhile in the entrance, Endeavor. That idiot. Shouting because of Bakugo idiocy. Katsumi. No brother. We had to go and help. Endeavor. No, all of you will stay here. Izumi, go and fetch that dumb brat and bring him here, and also find Shoto, he may do something dumb like this. Izumi nods and went to the battlefield. Back to the battle. Izuku immediately charge a punch to Frieza and he sees Izumi coming. Izuku. Izumi, what are you doing here? Izumi. I came to take Katsuki. Izuku then nods and Izumi immediately took Katsuki and left to find Shoto. Frieza. You're still very strong, you brat. Tch, Frieza said, standing up. Izuku. Me a brat, look who's talking, you short bitch, reptile bitch. Frieza got even more angrier than before as Izuku once again insults him. Frieza. That's it, I am gonna kill you. Frieza again charges forward to Izuku but is stopped by someone from behind him who is holding his shoulder. Hisashi. What caused you to wreak havoc upon my domain, Frieza? Hisashi appears in his God of Destruction form. Frieza. Frieza couldn't form a sentence as he is overwhelmed by fear, not even moving an inch. Hisashi. Since you are in my jurisdiction, I have the power to do anything to you. Hisashi then throws Frieza to the ground in front of Izuku. Hisashi. Izuku, as you are gonna be my successor, what would be the best thing to do to him? Izuku. Erase him from existence, of course. Hisashi nods in approval and Izuku immediately grabs a hold of Frieza's head. Izuku. Hakai, you little motherfucker. Frieza then started disappearing until he is gone. Izuku. Thanks dad, but I really didn't need the help though. Hisashi. I know, but I have duties, remember, as being both the god of creation and destruction, and also I have to go now, I have a meeting with Lord Zeno. Hisashi then disappears. Izuku. I forgot the other villains. As Izuku looks, the 2 other villain is gone, already left. Izuku. Damn it, might as well check on the others. Izuku then goes back up and sees all of them are there and is happy that they are safe. Izuku. I am glad everyone is okay and good. He then went to where Aizawa, Maruko, Endeavor and Ryukyu are. Izuku then sits on the ground and touches the head of Aizawa and Maruko and heals them and then went on to heal Endeavor and Maruko. All Might. I am he. All Might couldn't finish what he is saying as he is punched he ground by Izuku. Izuku. You're fucking late. All Might. Izu. All Might couldn't finish as he was again punched in the stomach making him drop to the ground. Izuku. You were supposed to be here and because of you the others got hurt and injured because of you my classmates' lives were endangered. Izuku shouts with rage to All Might who is looking down with shame knowing what Izuku said to him is true. Izuku. But I couldn't really blame you for all of this. Frieza was my responsibility and I could have stopped him early on. All Might. I am sorry. Izuku. Apologize to them not to me. Izuku then went to where Aizawa. Izuku. I am so sorry uncles, Ryukyu and Maruko I should have went with you this is my fault for having you all in that state. Izuku blames himself for not taking care of Frieza sooner and the consequences hits him with Aizawa, Ryukyu and the other two who got badly injured. Endeavor. Izuku don't blame yourself you were helping others it is our fault for not being strong enough to handle such powerful being. After the USJ incident every villain in the USJ got captured except for the two that escaped. Aizawa and Ryukyu were sent to Recovery Girl's office as they were still unconscious even though Izuku healed them their mind and body is exhausted and tired meanwhile the students were brought back to Ua and Izuku is with the police telling them what happened. Meanwhile in a bar, a warp gate opened and in it came out Shigaraki looking pissed off. Shigaraki. That brat if it wasn't for him we could have won. Scratching his neck annoyed by his defeat. AFO. It's okay Tamura we can't really put the fault in you the kid is strong after all he is the son of a god. Shigaraki. That's UBFAIR that's cheating hacks. AFO. Shigaraki you can try again I will always be here for you. Shigaraki. Master how can we beat someone who is a god? AFO. Don't worry he is almost awakening. Shigaraki got confused in whom his master meant. Back to Izuku. Izuku is now at his house with Vados on his bed cuddling. Izuku. I can't believe Frieza came to this universe how did he even do it? Vados. Someone must has helped him, Vados said while circling her fingers on Izuku's chest. Izuku. Yeah especially that new form of his the aura he was releasing it was faint but I sensed something entirely new very dark. Vados widened her eyes but quickly composed herself. Vados. Is he back? No that can't be Zeno-sama sealed him. I should ask father about this, well it's all over now so why don't we just enjoy our time together tilde. Vados whispers seductively on Izuku's ear. As the USJ incident stirred up Japan many were distraught on how the number 2 was beaten easily and a student manages to defeat it. Many journalists and reporters were gathering outside of UA to get an interview with the kid some even already proclaiming him as the next All Might or even more powerful than All Might himself. Izuku. This is so troublesome. As Izuku flies and sees many reporters outside of UA gates again, but this time it was for him. He immediately flew inside of UA not wanting to deal with the media. As he flew to the window of his classroom he sees his classmates just sitting talking about the incident. Toru. Oh my god guys have you seen the news? Ishido. Yeah I even saw myself on the TV I'm famous. Kirishima. Yeah me too but I wish that situation won't happen again. Mineta. Come on bro don't jinx it, as Mineta was shaking bad remembering the USJ incident vividly. Kaminari. Calm down Mineta it's over already. Izuku then just sits down and was approached by Yaoyorozu and Juru. Momo. Izuku are you alright you were gone immediately after the incident. Izuku. I am fine Momo how about you girls? Juru. Oh we're fine, though I know you're strong but I didn't know you were that strong, as Juru reminisce about what she saw on the fight of Izuku and Frieza. Momo. Yeah and I believe you call that villain Frieza do you guys know each other? Izuku. More like want to kill each other, as they all kept talking Aizawa then went in the room with no injuries and no fatigue. Aizawa. Okay class settle down and also Izuku thank you for that green bean you gave us it was a saver now that I don't have to wear those darned bandages all over me. Izuku. No prob sensei. Aizawa. Okay now I have an announcement to make, your fight isn't finished. Everyone except Izuku. Whaatt. Mineta. No 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 no, what do you mean it's not over, there are still villain. Everyone was noisy except Izuku, who was just observing everything. Aizawa. Shut up. As Aizawa slammed his hands on the desk with red glowing eyes, making the class quiet and Izuku amuse. Aizawa. Okay, now that you're all quiet I will continue explaining. The sports festival is about to come. Kirishima. But sensei, isn't it wise not to do it too early as the incident just happened week ago? Aizawa. Yes, it is wise not to do it, but as the principal Nezu said, we will continue with the plan with tighter securities to tell the villains that UA is still as strong as ever. All the class nods in understanding. Aizawa. Now all of you do your best, as many heroes will watch you and may pick you to intern at their agency where you will learn how the pros work. Class dismissed. Aizawa then left the room and everyone then starts talking about the sports festival. Mina. Oh my god, I am so excited, aren't you guys excited? Mineta. No, we just fought villains. Mineta, who was still shaken up by the incident, was trembling. Kaminari. Come on dude, you can't stay like that forever, do it for your harem. Mineta. Harem, 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 let's do this. Izuku, who was listening, just shakes his head in disappointment while thinking of how Frieza got a massive boost of power. Izuku. How the hell did he get that power in such short span of time? Somebody must be helping him, but who is it? Who is dumb enough to help such lunatic? As Izuku was suddenly disturbed of his thoughts by the noises outside. Izuku. What's going on? As Izuku went out and see a lot of people blocking the exitway and Bakugo holding a purple guy's uniform. Iida. They are here to scout us for the sports festival, and this Shinso guy declared war on us. 1A called us arrogant, to which made Bakugo angry. Izuku. Oh, are they now? Izuku looks at everyone who was there. Izuku. As if they have a chance. Izuku then tries to leave but was held by Shinso. Izuku. I would let me go if I were you? Shinso. Just because you're in 1A doesn't mean you have the right to be arrogant. Izuku. Really arrogant? If you mean the Chihuahua and the Kool-Aid then you're right, but if you mean me and the others then you're mistakenly wrong. All of us here worked hard to get in our spot. Now move. As Izuku just pushed away Shinso's hand and leaves whole, the others follow him. In the cafeteria. Kirishima. Thank you for standing up for us, Izubro. Izuku. No problem, Kirishima. Momo. Yeah, if you hadn't come the situation would have escalated badly. Iida. I am so sorry, I wasn't able to handle the situation well. As Iida bowed down on the table. Izuku. It's fine, Iida, you did your best to handle the situation. As they all continue to eat, Izuku sighs in annoyance as he feels someone approaching. Izuku. What do you want, All Might? All Might, whom was behind Izuku, just flinched by Izuku's tone. All Might. Well, I was wondering if I could have moment of your time. Izuku. Can't you see I am eating right now, and even if I am not eating I want. All Might. Please just a moment. Izuku. Sighs. Fine, gets up annoyed and follows All Might. Office. Izuku. What are we doing at the faculty? All Might. Well. Ha ha ha. As All Might laughs nervously and opens the door, to which Izuku sees Izumi and Inko. Izuku. Better make this quick. As Izuku went in and sit farther away from them, which made Inko and Izumi sad. Izuku. Well, what do you need to make me have to come here? All Might. Well, I want to tell you about my powers. Izuku. I already know about it, OFA. All Might. How? Izuku. Just tell me why you asked me to come. All Might. Well, it's just that I want to transfer OFA from Izumi to you. Izumi already agreed. Izuku. Do you think you giving that power to me would make us family again, you sick bastard? And to answer your question, no, I don't. Need that kind of power, I am already powerful on my own. As Izuku left while Inko cries and All Might just plop to the ground. Izumi. I told you it would make it worse, Dad. Izumi just cried as what she started to earn Izuku's forgiveness might come crumbling down. All Might. I am sorry. As Izumi also leaves to eat in the cafeteria. Leaving All Might, whom was comforting a crying Inko in the faculty room. The day then went by. Everyone went home prepared to train for the next 2 weeks for the UA Sports Festival. 2 weeks pass and it was the time of the sports festival. In the locker rooms were the class of 1A getting ready for the sports festival. Everyone inside was pumped up about the festival with worths of 2 weeks improvement to show off at the crowds and the heroes who are scouting for potential interns for their agency. Izuku, who was just preparing his stuff, was suddenly interrupted by none other than Katsuki Bakugo and Shoto Todoroki. Katsuki. Deku, today will be the day I will show you who is the top dog of the class is. Kirishima. Whoa guys, chill, today is a big day for us, so why don't we zhu? Shoto. Shut up shitty hair, this is between us and Deku, so mind your own business. Shoka, Katsumi. Shoto, Katsuki, stop it. Who came to get the two away from Izuku? Willow Izumi just watches from the other side of the locker room with determination in her eyes. Izumi. Today I will show you how strong I've gotten, Oni-chan. Izumi, whom was determined on challenging his brother Izuku to see where she stands now in front of him in terms of power and strength, now back with Izuku. Izuku. They're right, Kirishima, it's between me and them. Also, to everyone in this room right now, once the festival starts we are our own people, this is a competition, so I want you to give it all you got. If you don't you'll only lose your spot at the top. Everyone in this room understood what Izuku said and nodded with more fierce in their eyes, eyeing the top place of the sports festival. Soon then they all were called as the program was about to start. Present mic. Yo yo yo, what's up everyone? Are you all pumped up for today? Aizawa. Can you tone it down for a bit? Whom was with present mic, as both are gonna commentate the entire festival. Present mic. Write up the classes from the general course class. As classes from the general course class came out one by one being cheered upon by the people. Present mic. Next up the businessmen and women of UA, the business course. Same as the general course student, all the business class students came out with loud cheers from people. Present mic. Now for the hero course class 1B. As the hero course of class 1B came out were also shared by the crowd. Meanwhile 1A was waiting to be called, were pumped with excitements before going out. Izumi approached Izuku. Izumi. Izuku, I just want to say I will not hold back on you. Izuku smiles wickedly. Izuku. That's what I like to hear, but be prepared as I will not hold back on you either, Izumi. Present mic. Now the class we have been waiting for. This class survived a villain attack holding out on their own until the heroes arrive. Class 1A. Class 1A then comes out. In the crowds. Hisashi. That's my son. Everyone, that's my son. You. Oh, my baby has grown so much. Go Izuku, beat all their assess. As both parents were shouting in the crowds with popcorns and a banner of Izuku, which made the teen embarrassed by the antics of his parents, while the rest of his classmates either just silently laughed or teased him. Meanwhile in the faculty stand of the arena. Nezu. I wonder how much the students have improved for the 2 weeks time given to them, Nezu said while sipping his, looking down at the students in the arena. All Might. Sir, me and Inko would like to have an audience with Mr. Hisahi Midoriya and Mrs. Yu Midoriya here. Nezu. All Might, don't think of anything stupid, today is a good day for us all, don't try and ruin it. Hisashi. You called for me, All Might, as Hisashi then suddenly appeared out of nowhere with Yu on his embrace, which made Nezu freezes a bit in fear, as he knows that gods and goddesses of destructions have very little temper, remembering a purple furball whom almost destroyed this universe. All Might sweats a bit upon seeing Hisashi. Hisashi. Well, All Might. IJ just want to say that we're sorry. All Might bows down, including Inko. Hisashi. Well, this is certainly surprising. Inko. I know that I have neglected our so no Izuku, and we regretted, me and Toshi had never been the same when we realized our mistake too late. What we ask is just forgiveness. We are not asking to give Izuku back, as we never have been a family to him. Even though I am his biological mother, I have never been a mom to him like you, Miss Yu. All Might. Me too, I promised myself not to be like my old man and I turned out just like him. I disappointed myself, my master, everyone who I look up to in life, and I am very sorry for doing what I did to Izuku, neglecting him like what my father did to me, as both All Might and Inko were kneeling down in tears. Hisashi. You know Izuku has gone through so much pain because of you too. Even though he was physically abused by the other children, nothing hurts more than being deprived of love by your own parents, and I am glad that I took Izuku out of the hellhole he has been living for the past years of his childhood. You. Yes, Hisashi is right. When I saw my baby boy for the first time, all I saw was just pain in his eyes. He wanted only love and care from you too, but instead neglected him for something he can't control. As both All Might and Inko just cried further of how much damage they have caused and just continued to say sorry. Hisashi, don't apologize to us. We are not the ones who were affected by what you did. As both Hisashi and Yu then disappears, leaving Inko and All Might in the ground crying. Nezu. As Hisashi said, the one you apologized to is Izuku. I am glad that you both realized your mistake and are paying for it, but you should know, even though you realized and Izuku might forgive you, but your relationship with him will never be the same as what it was once. Both All Might and Inko got up, wiping their tears. Inko. I know I at least want to earn his forgiveness and have Izumi close with him again. They still have many years to amend their relationship as siblings. That is the only thing we wish for. Meanwhile, back in the stands. Hisashi. I wonder what would Izuku do? Yu. They seem to have regretted, but I really want to punch them for hurting our baby, as Yu's hair was glowing red. Hisashi's sweat drops at his wife's antic. Hisashi. Come on dear, let's just watch the festival, we might miss Izuku's speech. Yu. Oh yeah, my baby is giving a speech, let's go dear. As Yu clams down and drags Hisashi back to where they sat to watch Izuku. That's all for now. If you enjoy, then please like, share and do comments.